nose is itchy. Hey everyone, 皆さんこんばんは。おばんです。สวัสดีครับทุกคนยินดีต้อนรับเข้าสู่ Show and Tell. Hey everyone, so welcome to the very first Show and Tell live stream. Yay! It's kind of weird doing a live stream like this today because usually I have the computer like in front, or like the camera is connected to the computer. I usually put the camera on top of the computer, but today they're separate, so I have to talk into the camera, but when I look at the screen it's over here, so I don't know what I look like on camera, which is really random. So today is gonna be all about manga. So I have all these boxes of manga which I use to make the manga recommendations video, right? Then today I was in this room and I was sitting down watching basketball this morning, and I was thinking to myself, what are some other cool things I can do for the live stream, like apart from gaming? Because what I wanted to do also was play Animal Crossing, but I feel like there's been a lot of Animal Crossing streams lately, which is cool, but you know, variety is the spice. So then like there was all this manga here and I was like, why don't I just talk about manga? So anyway, that's where I came across the idea for manga streaming. Oh, is something is delayed? Is the sound? Is there like, I don't know. Anyway, if something's oh, there's a sound delay? Okay. Let me see what I can do. So the sound is coming afterwards, which means I need to speed the sound up. Okay. Okay, okay, what about now? Is it better now? Hello. Is the sound a bit better now? Slightly, because that's as fast, unfortunately that's as fast as I can make it go. It's already on no delay. So, unless I delay the video, but I don't actually know how to do that. Okay. It'll do for now, I guess. Ah, man. Well, hopefully... Okay. Okay, let me just have a sip, because I just ate dinner, so I'm a little bit thirsty. Okay. So I got a box of manga next to me. You can't see it, but it's just here. And I've got around 5 of these boxes, these big plastic boxes. So let's have a look what we have in here. So first up is... Oh, by the way, 結構前からこの動画ごめん、動画作りたかったけど、引っ越しする前に結構綺麗に棚に並んでたんだけど、引っ越した後もう完全に箱に入ってるので、もう綺麗に取れなくてこのようにします。So the first manga we have is Koe no Katachi. This is a really good manga. この漫画めっちゃ好きです。めっちゃ好き。しかも短いし、7巻で全巻です。So it only has 7 volumes. Sorry about the reflection. Most of these manga are covered in plastic, so there's going to be a lot of reflection. ちょっとプラスチックカバーがついてるので、結構その前置いてある光が結構映ると思いますけど。So this manga is really good. It's about, I can't remember the name. This is going to be an issue. I'm not going to be able to remember the name of any of the characters, but it's about this boy here, and he's like a bully. He's not very nice, but a lot of the kids, like, they're all bullies, but he's kind of like the main bully. He's like a bit of a jerk. And then this girl here, she's actually mute. Sorry about my... Oh no, wait, no, she's not mute. Sorry. She's deaf. Big difference. She's deaf. So it starts off by this boy bullying this girl, And this isn't a spoiler, but he kind of, especially it's quite early on in the story, he like kind of realizes, that being a bully is bad, and he tries to repair his relationship with this girl, and that's pretty much, to put it like a brief summary, that's what it's about, and it's really good. この漫画めっちゃくちゃおすすめです。映画もあるけど、映画は正直めっちゃいい。めっちゃいいけど、でも漫画の方が、まあ、確かに詳しい。なんかもっと、なんか映画は2時間だけだから、なんか漫画の全部、入れられないので。でも、まあ、両方でも大丈夫だけど、まあ、あまり時間がなかったら映画おすすめです。時間があればぜひ漫画読んでください。まあでも多分日本人は2時間以内でこの漫画読めると思うから全然大丈夫だと思います。So that's the first manga. It's called Koe no Katachi. The English title is A Silent Voice. It's really good. It's really good. Now the problem is, where am I going to put this stuff? Because then I'm going to have to repack the box after. I don't actually, you know what? I just won't take out every volume. I'll just take out like the first volume or something like that. So the next manga we have is Koko Debut. So this is called Koko Debut or High School Debut. The English title is High School Debut. I think altogether it has 13 volumes. So this manga is also fairly short. Like as manga go, it's fairly short, 13 volumes. The English editions, it used to have single volumes, but I'm pretty sure the single volumes are quite hard to come by nowadays. But they sell 3-in-1s. Now the 3-in-1s goes up to 15 volumes because there was like 2 extra ones, but the real story finishes at 13. But if you can get your hands on that, then it's like just as good. So Koko Debut is just a really nice love story between these two people. I can't remember their names. I really can't remember much of the story. But Koko Debut or High School Debut, it's really good. It's a good love story. Like this. Nah, that's a spoiler. I can't say. But like this is one of those stories where they don't get together like right at the end. They get. Oh no. Okay. How can I say this? They don't get together right at the end. So you get to see like them, what it's like when they're together. You get to see the kind of development of their relationship after they've like become boyfriend and girlfriend, which is really cool. Because some manga, like it's like the build up to becoming boyfriend and girlfriend, and then it's like boyfriend and girlfriend at the end, that it's like over. But and that's fine. But this one's kind of like different, so I like it because of that. Okay, what do we have next? The next one is, let's pick a nice cover. Shum. GTO, or Great Teacher Onizuka. So, for those of you who aren't familiar with GTO, it's one of the funniest manga I've ever read. It's really, really funny. Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to find physical copies of this in English. It's going to be pretty difficult because they're pretty old and the company that previously printed it was out of print. But there are online, you can get online copies of this. So pretty much this guy here, Onizuka, he used to be like a bad boy kind of thing, like a social delinquent, and then he ends up becoming a teacher, and it's actually really moving because he teaches at a school where like all the kids are kind of nasty. Or no, it's not a school where the kids are nasty. He gets like the nasty class, and all the kids have all different problems. Ranging from, parental abuse or social bullying or anything like that. There's all these sort of issues, and he helps them with those. And it's very funny. Like, the facial expressions and things are really, really funny. Like, oh my gosh, there's like a principal, and he always does the funniest faces. I can't show it on the camera because you're not supposed to, so I won't show it. But it's actually a really moving manga. この漫画も本当に正直最後までまだ読んでないけど、多分1巻から8巻まで多分3回ぐらい読んだけど、ちゃんと最後までまだ読んでないけど、でもめっちゃ好きです。それでもめっちゃ好きです。めっちゃおすすめできます。Yeah. Yeah, so like Jackie said, it's available, on Kindle, I think. Okay, so let's have a look at what else we got. What else we got? Looking through me box. What you on about, mate? Okay, so this one, I only have the first volume. This is actually a girls' love manga. これはユリ漫画です。やがて君になる。And this manga is called Bloom Into You. これはそうそうそう。結構人気があって、アニメあったかもしれないし、多分。でもめっちゃくちゃ人気で、中古本屋で見つけて、じゃあ読んでみるかなって思って。It was pretty good. まあよかった。これ一巻だけだけど、一巻しか持ってない。でも結構面白かった。なんかあんまりなんかガールズラブの読んだことないから、なんか新鮮な感じだった。なんか正直、当たり前だけど、女の人が好きになることは別に女の人と男の人と、大体同じだから、あんまり何も変わらないんだけど、普通にキュンとするし、で、絵柄もめっちゃいい感じです。So yeah, the artwork in this is really nice. It's like quite an innocent love story, from my perspective, like compared to some of the stuff I've been reading recently. Sweat and so, 汗と石鹸とちょっと違う感じですね。But it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I can't remember how many volumes are out. I think it's finished now, but I can't remember how many volumes are out. But it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Like, it's not something that blew me away, but it's nice. It's nice. Hey, Barbara, thank you very much for the donation and the cute sticker. Okay, so the next manga is, now this one's an interesting manga. これはモテキ. This manga is called Moteki. This is available in English. I believe it's published by Vertical Comics. I'm pretty sure. So altogether, there are 4 volumes of Moteki. The English edition is they're 2-in-1s. So you just buy 2 volumes and you get the whole series. So Moteki in Japanese means, so the word moteru or mote means like you're popular with the opposite sex, but like obviously if you're like gay or you're whatever, popular with the same sex, it just means you're popular with your desired partner. Hey Anamorphin, thank you very much for the donation and the cute sticker. How's it going? It's going good. When I'm talking about manga, it's usually going pretty good. So moteki means like a period of time where you're just like unbelievably popular, like with your desired I don't know what the word is. So that's what this is about. So this guy, the main character is this dude, can't remember his name. I'm not going to be able to remember anybody's name, but he's just kind of like a regular guy. Like he's not like not handsome, but he's not like particularly like super hunky or anything like that. And it's about him going through, so apparently in life you're supposed to have 3 moteki in your life. You're supposed to have 3 periods of time where you're just like super wanted. And he's going through his final moteki. So like after having no experience with love, you know what? Like I feel like I should have done this as an actual video, because when I did the recommendations video, I'm like sitting down, I'm writing a script, like planning everything out meticulously, and then like and now I'm doing it on live stream and I can just like free talk and everything's going well. When I tried to do it on the そう長澤まさみが出てるめっちゃいい感じで、でも見たことないんだけど、でもめっちゃいい感じです。Anyway, I don't know why I'm speaking well today, but it feels good. Yeah, so anyway, after like being unlucky in love life. Hey Fatal Bliss, thank you very much for the donation and the cute sticker. Number 1. He suddenly like has, I think it's like 3 main ones, but like 4 possible love interests that pop up into his life. This was really good. The problem is, hit my microphone. The problem is I read this almost 3 years ago, So I can't remember. Like all I remember is that I really liked it, but I can't remember. I can't give you more details than that. 3年前にこれ読んだからあんまりストーリーのことよく覚えてないけど、ただ好きだったの覚えてます。だからもし読んだことないならおすすめです。おすすめ。でもちょっと大人大人大人系ラブストーリーだから、そう18歳以下の人は多分もう少し待ってください。Okay, so let me put this down here. Okay, this next manga is called Udon no Onna. What would it be called? It's got an English title here. It's called The Lady of Udon. This manga is not available in English, so unfortunately for English viewers, you won't be able to find this one. But it's just a one volume story. It's all self-contained in this one volume, and I really like this one. これね、うどんの女はさ、この一巻だけです。一巻で終わるけど、この漫画めっちゃ好きでした。中古本屋で、なんか20バーツのところがありますね。なんか円だと、まあ100円ではないんだけど、でも例えば本屋に行って、100円セクションみたいな感じで、正直表紙がすごく面白そうですぐ買ってしまって、で電車で読み始めてジムに着いたら終わるまでずっと読み続けました。絵柄もめっちゃいいし、めっちゃいいラブストーリーだし、しかも短いからさ、なんか短いラブストーリーを読むとあんまり満たされる感じはしないかな。あんまりそれは珍しい。短いからね。でもこれ本当にめっちゃいいの。心がいっぱいになります、この一巻で。だから多分安い。どうや。How do the makeup people do the thing where they like make the camera like focus? 見えるかな。そう。これめっちゃいい。これ本当にめっちゃいいです。絵柄本当にすごく綺麗。なんかラフな感じで綺麗、とっても。この話はなんか確か大学生がなんていうの、キャンティーン、なんかご飯食べるところでうどん売ってる、おばさんっていうか多分30時代ぐらいだからおばさんまだまだだけど、でうどん売ってる人に恋する話です。めっちゃいいです。食堂、そうですね。ありがとうございます。食堂、そう。いや、めっちゃおすすめ。これめっちゃおすすめ。本当に。Okay. This is a good one. The next one is Mirai Nikki or Future Diary. So this one is really interesting. So what it's about is the current god of the world is gonna die, and he needs to pick someone to be his successor. So what he does is he picks 12 people, and they pretty much have to kill each other, and the last person alive gets to become the new god of the world. Now, the kind of gimmick of the story is they each have something that tells them about the future. So our main character, not this girl, この人はヤンダレなんだけど、ちなみに。で、this is our main character, Yuki, I can't remember his last name, but his name is Yuki. He has a mobile phone that tells him about the future. But the thing is, everyone's device or object that tells them about the future, it tells them about the future in a different way. It doesn't tell them the same information. So it's really, really interesting. There is also an anime. Sorry, I'm like mixing up pronunciations. Let's start again. This is like when I shoot YouTube. I always make these stupid mistakes and I leave them in and cut them out sometimes. But now this is like live. So anyway, what was I going to say? I can't even. Oh yeah, there's an anime for this. The anime is really good. It's the story slightly differs from the manga, but it's just as good. It's really good. It's only like 20. Well, only. I mean, like depends how much free time you have. It's 24 eps and it's really solid. 未来日記はね、本当にめちゃくちゃ好きです。でも漫画買う前にアニメ見て、多分今まではもう3回見たことあるんだけど、アニメがめっちゃ好きで、なんか漫画の話はなんかアニメとちょっと違って、だからすごい気になって漫画も買いました。正直まだ全部読んでません。読む予定です。読む予定だけど、yeah, but each episode is like 16 minutes. 16 minutes. So like they go by pretty quick. でもそろそろ読みます。未来日記いい感じです。これは殺し合いの話ですね。なんか神様はそろそろ死ぬので、なんか次の神様を選ぶために殺し合い行わります。合ってるかな。そうそうそう。いや、このヤンデレ本当にやばい。本当にやばい。ゆなちゃん本当にやばいよ。結構やばい。本当にクレイジー。Okay, that's done. What else we got? Oh, okay. Here's a good one. Back to shoujo manga. We are back to shoujo manga time. So the next manga is... let's get a better cover than that. Oh, that's okay. Yeah. Oh, those covers are so similar, they may as well be the same cover. Okay, let's do this one. It's not the best one, but whatever. The next manga is Rabukon. The English title I think is Lovely Complex. So this is just another cute love story. It's just another cute high school love story. But the gimmick of this story is that the girl is a lot taller than the guy. The guy is like a little bit short and the girl is quite tall. And they start off as friends. And then like people start teasing them like, oh, do you like her? Like that kind of thing. And a love story happens. I haven't read it all yet. I haven't read it all yet. I read the first couple of volumes and I started watching the anime with my brother. But for some reason, every time I watch anime with my brother, I fall asleep. So I couldn't watch the whole thing. But it was good. And actually, this mangaka, how do I read that? Nakahara Aya. Her name is Nakahara Aya. Nakahara Aya. Her manga is also really popular. I've read a few of her other manga and they're really good, like the ones that came out after this, and they're all really good. So this is a really popular manga. I think altogether it had almost 20 volumes or something like that. I'm pretty sure the English volumes are available, but there's probably 3-in-1s. I feel like there's 3-in-1s that you can get for this. Yeah, it's pretty good. If you're gonna read it in Japanese, one kind of interesting thing about this manga is that it's in Kansai Ben. So most manga are in Hyojungo, which is like the standard dialect. This one is in Kansai Ben, so like people who live in Osaka, that kind of place, yeah, it has their dialect. So that's kind of interesting. To be honest, when I used to read it, it used to give me a headache. 何年前に読んでみたんだけど、いや関西弁のせいじゃないと思うんだけど、本当にただ読むと頭痛くなっちゃいました。なんでだろう。弱いかな、センシティブボーイかな。そうなんでだろう。Okay, this one I know is going to be a popular one. The next one is... oh, can you see? Oh, you can already see. Oh, man. Bugger. Anyway, it's Haikyuu. It's Haikyuu. Hey, Anamorphin, thank you very much for the donation and the cute sticker. Bye-bye. See ya. It's Haikyuu. Sorry, I need to be more careful when I'm like picking them up out of the box. I didn't realize everyone could see already. So the next one is Haikyuu. I'm sure most of you know about Haikyuu. See, the manga is really good. Oh, dropped it. The manga is really good. And also the artwork really... I mean, it's normal for this to happen anyway, but the artwork really gets a lot better throughout the series. なんか最初の方と最後の方のと比べたら絵柄がすごく綺麗になる。でも最初の方全然 めちゃくちゃいい感じ。いや、これ偉そうに聞こえないかな。いや、やばい。すみません。なんか、こんなに描くの下手な俺、そういうこと言っちゃって。なんか、そういう意味ではないんだけど、まあ、大丈夫。でも、ただ、なんかめっちゃ綺麗になるって感じ。そこがメインだよ。But the thing is with Haikyuu is like, there's a lot of volumes. It's already finished. I think there's around, I want to say 42, 43 volumes or something like that. So there's a lot of volumes. See, the thing is with manga, like if you're gonna buy it, like it's quite a big money investment and a space investment. Like you need somewhere to put the stuff. Or you can watch the anime on Netflix, which in my opinion is just as good as the manga. It follows the manga story like almost perfectly. Like yeah, there's a few, I wouldn't say unnecessary, but there's a few details left out here and there. But and also, I mean, the anime moves and has really awesome music. So I think the anime is just as good. So if you なんかもし例えばまあ多分日本語版はそんなに高くないけど英語版はめちゃくちゃ高くてなんか1巻ぐらいは1000円です。45 volumes, yeah. So there's a lot. 今はアニメは4期まであると思います。そう4期ぐらい。そう英語版がめっちゃ高いので多分アニメの方がおすすめかな。でもどっちもすごく面白いです。Okay, so I think that's the end of this box. Ooh. Oh, and then I also have this one which I showed. Just in case anyone hasn't seen the video, I also have Yotsuba. I have Yotsuba. I don't have the latest volume 15, but I have. There's only like one volume a year. Sekai vs. Kodomo. Yeah, this is really good. Like Yotsuba is like one of the best manga ever. It's just funny and nice. It's really smart as well. It's really smart manga. Yotsubaとめちゃくちゃ好きです。表紙もめっちゃ可愛いですよ。ご覧ください。めちゃくちゃいい感じです。So. Okay, so now I think this box is done. This box is not full to the top. There's some other manga like lying around in different places, but I think that's it for this box. So just bear with me for a second while I just clean it up a little bit. Okay. So I'm gonna go and get the next box. ちょっと次の箱を持ってきます。Alright. I apologize for all the noise. ちょっとうるさい音ですみませんでした。じゃあ次の箱を見てみましょう。So today's today's stream will probably go until 10:30. 今日の配信は多分10時半まででございます。Okay. This is not manga. This is a Western comic. It's called The Sculptor. これは漫画ではないんですけど、外国のコミックで The Sculptor というの。これめっちゃいいです。一巻で終わります。So this is just a one volume comic book. It's kind of done in this blue and white style, as opposed to black and white. It's got shades of blue, which is kind of unique. It's really, really good. I don't want to spoil too much, but it's something along the lines of a sculptor, and his sculptures come to life. So you can kind of imagine what he's gonna make and kind of what's gonna unfold. It's really, really solid. I really enjoyed this. So yeah, if you're in the market for some Asian comic, then Asian comics. Oh my gosh, some Western comics. Then I recommend this one, The Sculptor. Okay, so this manga is really good. I really like this manga. この漫画はフライングウィッチです。フライングウィッチめっちゃ好きです。今は多分5巻ぐらいまで持ってるんだけど、違います。4巻まで持ってる。4巻まで持ってる。I only have up to volume 4, but this manga is ongoing. I think there might even be up to 8 volumes at the moment. So this manga is called Flying Witch. It's really, really good. It's just a slice of life manga about there's a few witches in the story, and there's a guy with like no powers. And each chapter is like self-contained. They just like do some funny stuff. Like there's like an episode where they got to go like find a mandrake. A chapter. It's just really random and really, really funny. Just like a chill, relaxing manga, whatever. How you gonna say it? Manga with like some magical elements. But it's like set in the real life. It's not like Harry Potter like. It's just like, but it's kind of like Western style magic, if that makes sense. Oh, 9 volumes? Well, so. And there's also an anime. There's also an anime for Flying Witch. So if you wanted to skip the first couple of volumes, 3 or 4 volumes, I'm sure the anime covers it. Then you could just like read from there. This is also available in English from Vertical Comics. So as much as I can remember, magical realism. Yeah, I studied that in high school. We read this book. What was the name of the book? It was like I did it as a subject for a semester all about magical realism. Anyway, don't worry about that. そう。これはアニメもあります。これめっちゃなんかゆるゆるな感じでめちゃくちゃ面白いです。これめっちゃ好き。Yeah, I really like this manga. There's a few manga where like I have, but I don't really care for, and that what I mean by that is like I'll probably give them away or sell it, because when you get rid of these stuff at the secondhand bookstore, you literally make like 0.001% of the price you bought it for. So if I'm like gonna give it away for that cheap, then I really don't like enjoy it, or like it's just like whatever manga to me. But this one's a keeper. これすごく好きです。Okay, let me just have a little drink.日常系めっちゃいい感じです。めっちゃ好き。So today is not water. I mixed like a vitamin C drink with water. これはビタミン C の飲み物とお水をミックスして今飲んでます。でもさ、ちょっと欲しいもの思いつきましたよ。誕生日の時とか。青汁よろしくお願いします。青汁めっちゃ好きで、なんか最近全然十分野菜とか食べてないので、青汁お願いします。本当にそれは本当。なんか正直欲しいものを言うのがめっちゃ苦手なんだけど、でも青汁は欲しいです。ありがとうございます。ふんごむさん、ドネーションありがとうございます。パースさんこんばんは。ふんごむさんこんばんは。ずっと気になっているのですが、タイでは漫画を ebook では読めないのでしょうか。日本は今 ebook がメインであんまり本を買うことはなくなってきました。ちなみに最近本を買った漫画は諸星大二郎の美少女を食べるです。それは読んだことない。まあ読んだこともないんだけど、聞いたこともないし、面白そうです。今から調べてみます。ちょっと待ってください。美少女を食べる。面白そう。多分タイではさ、Kindle とかで全然漫画読めると思います。多分俺もそろそろebook の方は読んだ方がいいと思うんだけど、 すごいね。すごいね。これ一巻ですか？一巻で全巻らしいですね。いくつか入ってます。ああ、なるほどです。なるほどね。面白そうです。めちゃくちゃ。いや、多分、いや、本当に表紙とかも、表紙を見ることも好きだし、その、なんて言えばいいんだろう。本のここのところを並んで、それもちゃんと揃って見ることがめっちゃ好きなので、なんか、紙の感、わかる。タッチタッチ。感覚感覚かな感覚。紙の感覚も好きです。でも本当に ebook の方が多分、例えば旅行とか、感触、質感、感触です。ああ、間違ってしまいました。そうそうそう、感触、感触、感触ですです。そうそうそう、多分これからさ、仕事行く時とか撮影の時に休憩がある時にやっぱり Kindle とかの方がずっと便利そうだね。それめっちゃいいと思います。じゃあ、まあめちゃくちゃ欲しい漫画なら多分まだちゃんと、ebook じゃないのはなんて言えばいいんだろう。本ちゃんと本を買うと思うけど、でも ebook の方が確かに安いね。Okay, guys, so the next manga we have now, this is one that you guys know that I love, and it's Ao Haraido, or the English is called Blue Spring Ride. This is straight up one of my favorite manga of all time. I can't even like put my finger on exactly why I love this manga so much. ebook 大丈夫ならおすすめしたいのがいっぱいあります。わかりました。じゃあ、Kindle 買ったらたくさん教えてください。ชอบผู้ฟังพี่เพิร์ดน่ารักออกขอบคุณมากนะครับอันนี้ก็เป็นของขวัญจาก FC ด้วยนะครับ Oh, it's called Our Haru Ride. Ah, sorry. It's called Our Haru Ride in English too, depending on what country you're from. It might be called Blue Spring Ride in like Germany and places like that. I don't know. Anyway, first of all, the artwork in this manga is just absolutely beautiful. You look at this character design. Look at him. His name is Mabuchi Ko, and he's just the most handsome guy. And Futaba-chan mo sugoku kawaii yo. It's just a nice high school love story, but this one is really nice. Just the way the story is told, the familiarity of the characters. There's no really jerks in this series. Like they're all just characters like living together. But like it's just I can't put my finger on why I love this manga so much. I've read it like 2 or 3 times. It really captures like high school and youth. You don't have to go to high school in Japan to like get it, which is awesome. Which is like something I really like. Like I feel like sometimes when you watch or read things, it's like can get quite culturally specific. So you kind of feel like you get it, but you don't really like feel it. But you feel this manga, like it's really really good. I really really like this manga. This mangaka, she's done a lot of other very popular works like Strobege, or in English it's called Love Me Love Me Not. In Japanese it's called Omomi Omoware Furi Furare. それもめっちゃいいんだけど、でもアハラドシカカタン This is my favorite. Okay, the next manga. This one is kind of random. Let me just pull this up. This one is not available in English. It doesn't have an English version. It's called Q and A, and it's by なんだっけ、足立光すいません、足立光 So he's a really famous mangaka in Japan because he wrote He has done so many really popular manga. His really popular manga are like kind of from the past though, like they're called H2 and Tachi. They're a really popular manga. This is like not a super duper recent one, but a more recent one. By recent, I mean like 10 to 15 years ago. But it's still really, really good. Hold on. Hey Sub K, thank you very much for becoming a member. If you want to join the members only Discord, have a look on the YouTube community page. There's a place where you can leave your Discord username and ID, and then you'll get a friend request from the admin, and then they'll add you to the Discord. So this story is really good. It's about a pair of siblings. One of them passes away, but he hangs around as a ghost. And it's a story about these two and this guy's older brother who's a ghost. But the thing is, when he died, he didn't age. So even though he's the younger brother, technically he's older now. So it's like a funny dynamic. And it's not, I mean, it's kind of slice of life. なんとなく日常系なんだけど、でもずっと続いてる話もあります。ね、なんか話はこの主人公はお兄さんがいて、でもお兄さんが亡くなってしまって、でも幽霊お化け幽霊じゃなくてお化けとして残ります。で相談乗ってあげたりいろんなことをしてあげてます。でこの女のalso it's a manga about running. She's like a running athlete. I really like his art style. It's really simple, but it's really, really good. The kind of funny thing about this mangaka is that a lot of his works, the characters look similar because of the art style. But yeah, this one's pretty good. You can't get it in English, and I don't think there are digital copies. But it's like if you can read Japanese, it's not bad. It's not like amazing, but for a little 6-volume series, it's okay. なんか6巻で全巻ですけど、正直この漫画読んでまあまあ好きだった。なんかいい感じでした。でもめっちゃくちゃ好きなわけではないかな。それでもめっちゃ好きでした。うるせえやつら。ランマは読みたいですね。でもちょっと長いっす。สวัสดีครับผม Okay, let me see what else I got. Now this is a classic. うるせえやつらといえば、ランマといえば。This is called Maison Ikkoku. So this is by, she's one of the most famous mangaka in Japan. Her name is Takashi Rumiko. So she's done lots of famous manga like Inuyasha, Ranma 1/2. Those are the only ones I can remember off the top of my head. I don't have every volume of this. I only have the first 3 volumes. 3巻しか持ってないんだけど、でもずっと読みたくて。で、これを買った時さ、実は全然リーディング力が足りなくて全然読めなかったから、その時からまだ読んでみてません。でもめちゃくちゃいいラブストーリーって聞いたので、ずっと読みたくて買ってしまいました。まだ読んでないんだけど、でも表紙めっちゃ綺麗です。I really like the cover of this series, but this is not the original cover. This is like an updated version. Yeah, it's a classic manga. พรุ่งนี้พี่เพิร์ทจะไปล่ามังกรกับทะเลไหมคะไปครับเดี๋ยวพรุ่งนี้ก็ไปล่าด้วยกันแต่ว่าผมไม่สตรีมแค่ไปล่าด้วยกันเฉยๆครับผม Yeah, so tomorrow guys, Talay is doing a Monster Hunter stream at 3 o'clock Thai time in the afternoon. So I'll be in that, but I won't be streaming. I'll just be playing and I'll have my voice in there, but I won't be streaming. 明日はさ、タレと一緒にモンハンやるんだけど、でも俺は配信しません。ただ声で出ます。声だけです。で、多分俺の次の配信は多分月曜日。火曜日にしようと思ってたけど、完全にワイデスティのことを忘れてしまいましたので、多分月曜日にすると思います。เมื่อไหร่จะได้ดูวันศุกร์รอดูพี่เพิร์ทอยากดูแล้วคือ จริงๆรู้แต่บอกไม่ได้เดี๋ยวโดนทุบเหมือนผู้กำกับนะครับเดี๋ยวโดนทุบไม่ได้ so yeah this is Maison Ikkoku I can't say much about it because I haven't read it but I just heard it's a nice love story so about it okay this is a really interesting series it's called in English it's called Planetes 日本語は Planetes it's just a 4-volume series and this guy is like an astronaut he works in space but it's not like a regular astronaut it's like people going into space is like a regular thing in this world now here's the thing this manga is available in English it's published by Dark Horse in 2 very nice 2-in-1 volumes. The quality is really good on those. Some of the stuff Dark Horse puts out, like the 3-in-1s, I'm not a fan. Just like, because they're 3-in-1s, they're like this thick. And as soon as like you start reading them, then the spines kind of cave inwards and start creasing a little bit too much for my liking. But anyway. So the 2-in-1s are solid. I would recommend getting the 2-in-1s if you want to get a cool space story. But anyway, I haven't finished reading it to the end because I read the first 2 volumes in English. I used to have the English copy, not the second volume. But then I found it in Japanese for like less than 1 volume of the English one. So I bought it up in Japanese. The problem is there's so much talk about space that it's actually too hard for me to understand now. So I kind of put it on the to-read list. And like, if I sat there with a dictionary, I could probably get through it, but it's quite an effort. So I got to do it when I really have the motivation to read it. これはね、プラネテスは最初、英語版、1巻と2巻持ってたんだけど、それを先に読んで、そして日本語版見つけて、で、日本語版の方が英語版よりずっと安くて、これ買ってしまいましたけど、やっぱり、宇宙とか、なんか、スペースについての単語が多くてちょっと分かりにくくてとりあえず読むリストに入ってますまだ全部読んでませんけどbut from the first 2 volumes of what I read it's solid this is by the same mangaka that does Vinland Saga if you guys know Vinland Saga it's a volume about Vikings it's awesome same mangaka So maybe if you like Vinland Saga, you might like this. Totally different genre, totally different story, but same artist, so you might like it. Okay, let me get to the donations. 朝さん、ドネーションありがとうございます。パース君は、青い炎という漫画は読んだことありますか？大学時、読んだことないけど、知ってます。大学時代の秀明監督が出ているのでエヴァンゲリオン好きな人におすすめです。庵野秀明監督わかりました。ちょっと待ってください。これきっと知ってると思うけど読んだことはないです。でも本屋で見たことはあります。知ってます。そう、これは知ってます。読んだことないんだけど、これ結構長いですね。何巻まで。ちょっと待ってください。青い本の。まだ書いてないんだけどなんかまだ結構ありますよねありそうでも読んでみたいと思うよHey Savannah Bona, thank you very much for becoming a member and welcome to Level 1. If you want to join the members on the Discord, please check out the YouTube community page and leave your Discord name and your Discord ID and we can add you to the Discord. Now hold on a second. I was gonna... don't worry, let's do it next time. リンさん、ドネーションありがとうございます。日本は連休中なので、月曜日配信嬉しいです。パース君は、僕の地球を守ってという漫画は知ってますか？かなり古い少女漫画ですが、前世で月に月に住んでいた7人が現世に生まれ変わって再会する恋愛物語です。めっちゃ面白そうだけど、とても素敵な話なのでおすすめです。待って。ノートは持ってきてないんだけど、でもパソコンで書けるので。大丈夫？めっちゃ面白そうです。僕の地球を守って。OK。多分タイでは買えないと思うけど、また日本に行くとき。めっちゃいい感じそう。すごいね。こういう絵柄がいい感じですね。好き。Okay. Back to the stream. Okay. Now, let me have a look at what's in the box. You know what? I need a pillow. I actually need a pillow behind me back. Okay. Okay. Okay, so 今日結構見たことない日本人がいそうなので、もしメンバーになるの興味があればぜひメンバーになってください。登録ボタンの左側に Join というボタンがあって、そこでメンバーになってメンバー限定の Discord も入れるので、もし興味があればぜひよろしくお願いします。Okay, so, now this manga is interesting. この漫画も全く何も知らなかった。I didn't know anything about this manga when I bought it. This manga was also in the 20 baht section of the bookstore. この漫画もなんか100円セクションに現れて、すごく表紙が面白そうで買ってしまいました。これもね、まだ全部ちゃんと読んでないんだけど、多分2巻まで読んでたけど、この漫画は面白いです。この漫画は読みにくい。ちょっと待って。地平線でダンス。きっと合ってない漢字がね。もし誰かこの漢字読めるなら教えてください。地平線かな？合ってるかな？よかった。さすがみ嘘です。そんなに。いや、もう続けましょう。で、この漫画はめっちゃ面白いですね。なんか、この主人公女の人がなんか魂がいろんな動物に入ってしまう。モルモットとか犬とか、結構なんか SF の話なんだけど、正直それぐらいしか覚えてないのでそれしか言えません。So this is all I can say. So this manga is not available in English. I have no. It's called Horizon Dance. It's about this main character. Her soul gets trapped in a bunch of animals. She's involved in some science experiment where her soul gets put into different animals. She keeps jumping from animal to animal trying to get back to a human body. で、5巻で終わるけど結構短いですね。短いので、もし興味があればぜひ読んでください。これはね、一緒にバレーボールやってる人に貸して面白いって言ってたので、多分面白いです。So I think what you'll find is that there's a lot of manga that I own that I haven't read all the way to the end. Not English manga. All the English manga I've read because it's in English. The Japanese manga, like, I just see stuff and I just buy it with the intention to read it later. มังงะบางเล่มน่าสนใจมากแต่ไม่มีแบบแปลเป็นภาษาจะบอกว่าคือจริงๆช่วงนี้นะครับคือตลาดมังงะในประเทศไทยมันใหญ่ขึ้นเยอะมากเลยคือเมื่อก่อนมันจะมีบางเล่มที่ผมหาเป็นภาษาอังกฤษไม่ได้แต่เล่มแบบแปลเป็นภาษาไทยแบบฉบับภาษาไทยก็ยังมีอยู่ช่วงนี้แล้วก็ข้อดีของมังงะภาษาไทยคือมันถูกคือจริงๆคุณภาพกระดาษคุณภาพของหมึกที่เขาเอาไปใช้มันก็ไม่ค่อยดีเท่าไหร่คือถ้าสมมติว่ามันมีแบบเพื่อนให้ยืมบ้างหรือว่ามันมีแบบห้องสมุดที่แบบไปอ่านได้ก็ยังดีอยู่นะครับเพราะว่าเรารู้สึกว่าถ้าสมมติว่าเราซื้อเองก็จริงๆมันก็ไม่ได้แพงมากแบบเล่มละ20 บาทแต่ว่ามันก็หลายเล่มไงคือ10 เล่มก็200 บาท20 เล่มคือแบบบางเรื่องมันก็30 กว่าเล่มอะไรอย่างงี้มันก็สะสมกันมันก็ค่อนข้างเยอะอะไรอย่างงี้นะครับก็แต่จริงๆช่วงนี้หลากหลายมันเยอะอยู่ครับผม Okay. Hey Fatal Bliss, thank you very much for the donation. I was given the Japanese version of Cherry Magic, which I'd highly recommend if you've not read it. It's a challenge as I'm still learning Japanese, but I'm starting to pick things each time I reread. I saw Cherry Magic when I went to the bookstore last time. It looked interesting. Just the thing is, because it's quite a larger cut, the size is quite large compared to regular manga, it was a little bit pricey. And I was like, I could get this, or I could get 2 of these. And so I went with the quantity option. But it's interesting you brought that up. About picking things up each time. I did the exact same thing. I literally just started learning Japanese, and I'm like in the Japanese manga section of the bookstore, like looking at all this stuff that like English versions weren't available yet, or just things that like I just thought that an English version would never come out. That being said, the English manga industry has really blown up, and there's a really big variety of manga you can get now. But at the time, I didn't understand anything. I bought Ao Haraido. I bought Ao Haru Ride, Blue Spring Ride, and I didn't understand it. I couldn't even read kanji, but I was just using it to study hiragana, and I would just read it like, I don't know, like pretending like I would understand. And then as I studied more, go back and read it again, and you understand more each time, and it's really cool. Very good study method if you like manga. Hey Lucy Hueta, thank you very much for the donation and the cute sticker. I don't know how to do that one. Boom. Thank you very much. Z kaiさん、ドネーションありがとうございます。いろんなジャンルの知らない漫画を知ることができてとっても楽しいです。もしパースさんがギャグ漫画もOK なお方ならギャグ漫画ビオリギャグ漫画ビオリをおすすめさせてください。疲れた時に読むと笑えますよ。ちょっと調べてみますね。まあギャグ漫画はちょっと読んだことありますね。例えば月刊少女のザキくんとかともちゃんは女の子とか、ともちゃんは女の子はすごく好きだけどね。こういうギャグね。読んでみたいんだけど、ただ問題は日本語力が足りないかもしれません。でもめっちゃ面白そうです。アニメもありそうだね。いいね。おすすめありがとうございます。กรุงเทพฝนตกบ่อยทำให้ฉันป่วยน้ำมูกไหลเหมือนโบจังในการ์ตูนชินจัง โอเคแป๊บหนึ่งนะครับ just bear with me 1 second. Okay, now everything's running again. Okay. This one, it's okay. これは前に見せたことあるけど、これはクランプのチョビッツ。So this is Chobits. This is also available in English, two volumes, like two in one volumes. To be honest, the quality of the volumes aren't that good, which is why I held off from buying it. And to be honest, like, I got this manga because it's quite well known and people say it's good. And I got it for pretty cheap. This was also in the 20 baht section. So, like, was it good? I mean, it was okay. It was okay. なんかまあまあ好きでした。めちゃくちゃ好きなわけではないんだけど、it was okay. It's about a guy, and in this world there are robots, androids, and they look like these like cute girls. And it's kind of like a guy falling in love with an android story. It's okay. It's okay. It's not my favorite, but it's okay. Yeah, exactly. They can't all be winners. No, but it's all opinion anyway. Like, what's not my cup of tea might be somebody else's cup of tea. So, you know, it's all good. It's all good when you come down on my hood and come to North Perth. Sorry. Okay, now this. Ooh. This is a big manga. It's huge. This is Blame by Tsutomu Nihei. I have another one of his manga called Knights of Sidonia, which you'll probably see later in the video. シドニアの騎士という漫画は持ってるんだけど、they came out with these big volumes. Apparently Blame is fantastic. I've only read the first volume. See, the thing is with Blame, these are pricey. When I started buying these, hey Lucy Hueta, thank you very much for the donation. Number one fan, and thank you for the cute sticker. Like, they're just too pricey. So I picked up the first volume because I was worried it was going to go out of print. And since then I haven't picked up the rest. I'm not going to get any more of these. It's not because it's bad. It's actually, honestly, it's awesome. But I'm just not going to get any more of these. So I'll probably, like, give it away or sell it or something. It's okay. It's okay. It's pretty good. But Knights of Sidonia, that was awesome. And I have every volume of that. But I'll show that later. Now, these aren't manga, but this is Western comics. This is Brian K. Vaughan's Why the Last Man. This comic is awesome. I have every volume of it. There's 5 hardback volumes. This is really, really, really good. This is like one of the best comics that I've ever read. So, 日本人の皆さん、これは、外国コミックって感じで全部色が入ってる。だから高いです。しかもサイズがめっちゃ大きいし。So pretty much what happens is all the men on Earth die. It's not just men. I can't remember if it's just humans. Amekomi desu. I can't remember if it's just humans or it's animals as well. I think it might just be humans. But anyway, anything with a Y chromosome dies. Except for this guy. I can't remember his name. It starts with Y. It's not Yvon. I can't remember his name. What's his name? Hey, his name's Yorick. So there's all the guys on the world die except for this guy. So the reason, why guys died, is a mystery. And he's trying to get back to his girlfriend, which is really funny. So actually, when the event happens where all the men die, his girlfriend's in Australia. So he's trying to find her. This is really amazing. It's one of the best. I haven't read that many comics, but I mean, manga are comics, so I don't know why we want to like separate them into like different genres. Yeah, the art style's different, the like colors and stuff are all different, but comics are comics, right? This is one of the best things I've ever read. It's amazing. I highly, 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 highly recommend Why the Last Man if you're into like that kind of like sci-fi post-apocalyptic world. It's really cool. It's really, really, really good. Okay. あかね、ドネーションありがとうございます。知らない漫画たくさんで面白い。うどんの女が気になります。アニメだけど日常系なら人類は衰退しましたもおすすめです。 調べてみます。めっちゃ面白そう。初めて見た。いいですね。漫画も絵柄めっちゃいい。表紙めっちゃ綺麗。表紙めっちゃ綺麗。これいい。これ魔女の話ですか？めっちゃいい。こういうのが好きそう。ありがとうございます。Yorick. My name's Yorick. Now what's next? Okay, so this manga. Let me find a good title. Sorry, a good Norike-san. ここ。のりけいさん。ドネーションありがとうございます。パースくんこんばんは。のりけいさんこんばんは。おばんです。漫画配信面白いです。少し前の漫画ですが、これは知ってます。これは知ってます。これは確かめっちゃ綺麗なご家族、みんなが髪型が黒くて目が青いの家族が他の人が考えてることわかる。なんて言うんだっけ日本語で。like reading minds。頭で言ってその人が聞こえるって感じですよね。その漫画ですよね。知ってますか？映画化もされたんですが、とても面白いので、よかったら読んでみてください。テレパシー。そうそうそう。エスパーテレパシー。そうですね。それはね、一巻読んだことあります。一巻読んで、ちょっと絵柄があんまり好みじゃなくて、でも映画は見てみるかもしれません。面白そう。でも、のりけいさんがおすすめなら多分続きの読んでみるかな。面白そうです。いいですね。Okay, so let me just find a good cover. This one's not bad. So this manga is called Eden. 日本語のタイトルは Eden です。So this manga was available in English. It was printed by Dark Horse. But the thing was, there's some volumes you just won't be able to find. I had some volumes of it. I got rid of them. It got, what's the word where it stops? Like they just stopped releasing it? They just stopped. There's I think altogether there's 18 volumes. They just stopped around volume 13 or 14, which is a big shame because this manga is amazing. It's another post-apocalyptic sci-fi manga. This is another manga I haven't read. I just bought it up because I knew it was it's just a really highly recommended manga. So I bought it. I haven't read it all. This is another one of those cases where there's a lot of stories about terrorists and bio warfare and things like that. So it's pretty hard to understand, but I plan to read it someday. これも読んだことないんだけど、読んだことないっていうか、少し英語版読んで、でも日本語版完全セットを見つけたので買いましたけど、まだ全部まだ読んでません。これはね、この話正直結構難しくて読むのも大変で、もっと日本語レベルアップできたら読むつもりです。And I think that I have one more Western comic in here. It's called Sculptor. I never got the last volume because I just stopped buying it, which is something I really regret. I really want the hardcover volume because I got volumes 1, 2, 3, 4 of the hardcover and I'm missing volume 5. It's about a Native American community and kind of all the stuff that's going on there, like drugs, corruption. It's awesome. Highly recommend it. Okay, let me put some of these manga back. Okay, so that's the end of this box of manga. この箱も終わりました。君はシンデレラが precious one. You are the only flowering growing. どんな時もずっとそばで隣でその笑顔を見せて Okay. Hey Savannah or Savannah, thank you very much for the donation. You know that they're supposed to make a series. Yes, I've heard those rumors so many times. It was supposed to have started production, but I'm not entirely sure what is going on with it. Still cool though. Yeah, apparently it's just one of those series that has been in like production hell for a really long time. I think it would be a fantastic series. Like it would probably be like 3 seasons. You know those things that they do recently, like on Amazon, like 3 seasons, every season 10 episodes. It would be amazing. I would definitely watch that. Hopefully it comes out one day. But like I think what you said is exactly right. It's supposed to have started production, but hasn't started. Okay, I think that's all of them. Oops. Didn't put you away. Oopsies. Oh, just put you on top. Okay. Alright, that's the end of that box. Now on to the next box. Oopsies, I can't close it. Okay, what's next? これ OK ちょっと待ってください行ってきますチカピドネーションありがとうございますパースくんこんばんはチカさんこんばんは金田一蓮寿郎先生かな初めて読んだけど合ってるといいんだけど金田一蓮寿郎先生のゆうべはお楽しみ待って待ってこれはさ翼本田と名前覚えてない俳優が出てるドラマですよね6巻ぐらいあれだね待ってくださいドラクエで知り合って同棲することになるのお二人の話かなライアという漫画をぜひ言ったのはドラクエを通じて出会った二人のそうライアは主人公とその意味はわかるけどくんと女子高生のふりをした主人公の三国関係な物語です。可愛いのです。わかりました。じゃあライア多分もうドラマ見たから多分ライアは気になってそれをちょっと調べてみます。ライアでもなんとなく聞いたことあると思うんだけどライアドラマもありますね。ドラマは面白そう。漫画も面白い。この絵柄めっちゃいい感じ。こういう絵柄が好き。いいですね。これいい。読んでみる。これは本当に読んでみる。いいですね。面白そう。OK。 OK。ロコさん、ドネーションありがとうございます。パースくんこんばんは。今日の配信も楽しいです。ノバさんと彼女という漫画をおすすめさせてください。ノボさんと彼女。OK、ちょっと待ってください。調べてみます。この絵柄もいい感じだけど、初めて見たです。いいね、いいね。これ面白そう。あ、待って。マイペースな主人公と姿が見えない女の子との同棲生活を描いたほのぼのラブコメです。姿が見えない彼女がとっても可愛くてキュンキュンするので、キュンキュンが好きです。キュンキュンが好きです。のでおすすめです。ありがとうございます。めっちゃいい感じ。あ、金田一。金田一、ありがとうございます。金田一。เล่มไหนที่แปลไทยบ้างไหมครับเดี๋ยวถ้าหลังจากนี้เดี๋ยวถ้าสมมติว่ามีเล่มไหนที่แปลไทยเดี๋ยวผมก็ค่อยบอกแต่ว่าผมก็ไม่แน่ใจว่าเล่มไหนบ้างแต่บางเล่มน่าจะมีแต่ไม่แน่ใจ100%นะครับแต่ว่าเดี๋ยวค่อยอัปเดตกันอีกทีโอเค喉がちょっと痛くなってきたんだけど面白いこれ So guys, this is a movie. This is based off the movie. This is 5 centimeters per second. みんな多分これはきっと知ってます。新海誠さんのめちゃくちゃ有名な映画なんだけど、これは漫画バージョンで、正直漫画の方が好きです。もちろん映画がめっちゃ良かったけど、映画もめっちゃ良かったし、もちろんアニメーションとかすごくいい感じでしたけど、そう、それです。読めないんだけど、それです。ちょっとこの終わりが、漫画の方が、なんかちゃんと終わるって感じ。映画の方が、ちゃんとどうなるかわからないじゃん、そういう終わり方。で、漫画の方が、なんかちゃんと終わる感じなので、漫画の方が好きです。เรื่องนี้มีภาษาไทยหรือเปล่าไม่แน่ใจอันนี้บอกไม่ได้นะครับแต่ว่าหลังจากนี้ถ้าสมมติว่ามีเดี๋ยวค่อยบอกแต่ว่าอันนี้ไม่แน่ใจแต่ว่าอันนี้ก็มีหนังนะครับหนังจากผู้กำกับเดียวที่ทำ Your Name นะครับคือมันดีมากแนะนำそう切なかったこっちの方が切ないけどでももっとなるほどねって感じ全然説明ができないんだけどOkay, this one is an English volume of manga. This is called The God's Lie. It's really good. 日本語のタイトルはなんだっけ神様は嘘つき確かね。神様が嘘をつき神様が嘘をつきという漫画です。This is a really good manga. This is just a nice like little one volume story. It's by Vertigo Comics. これめっちゃおすすめです。It's really really good. It's just about a guy and this girl. The girl's got a secret. She lives alone with her little brother. The girl's got a secret. That's all I can say without spoiling it. Like I went into this manga not knowing anything about it, and what happens is just like whoa.It's really good. I highly recommend it. Just a nice little one volume series. ガラスさん、ドネーションありがとうございます。ごめんなさい。漫画と全然関係ないんだけど、ピカチュウが行方不明になったので探してあげてください。気になって集中できません。そうだね、すみませんでした。落ちたところ覚えてるけど、そうだね、すみません。ピカチュウごめんね。OK。いい感じかな。戻りました。違う、戻しました。 Atta. So yeah, this is a nice little one volume manga. It's good. The artwork is nice. Okay, now this is a really interesting manga. It's called In Clothes Cold Fat. 日本語のタイトルは脂肪という服みたいな感じです。なんとなくだけ脂肪という服。そんな感じ。これは安野もよこさんの漫画です。So, this manga is really, really good. It's about an office worker who's overweight and finds herself to be quite unattractive. And then she uses eating as a way to cope with stress. I haven't read this for a while, so I can't remember exactly everything. But then she starts experiencing bullying and other things at work, and she gets a boyfriend, and all these different pressures in her life make her want to look slim and lose weight. This manga was actually really eye-opening for me because, to be honest, in the past I was a little bit unsympathetic towards people who were overweight. I didn't get it at the time. Back in the day, I was like I was just like I couldn't understand I was just very ignorant. I was just like, well, why don't you just exercise, kind of thing. So after reading this manga, it was like really eye-opening. It's like, oh, there's actually like eating is just like I don't want to generalize, but like eating for some people is like just another mechanism to cope with stresses of life. And there's also many pressures that go on in life, like media, other things that give you this warped image of like how your body should look and all this kind of stuff. So anyway, this manga was really eye-opening for me, and it's a really good story. It's just in one volume as well, and it's like a nice, well-told story, good ending. It's quite adult. It says here 18 plus, 18歳以上です。So まあ興味があればぜひ読んだ方がいいけど、多分もし安野もよこさんの漫画を読んだことあったらなんとなくどんな感じかわかると思うけど、でもすごくいい漫画でした。Yeah, it's pretty good. Okay. So this manga is by the same. これもギャグ漫画です。で、これは This is the same manga who does Yotsuba to, and it's called Azumanga Daioh. I brought it up in my last manga video. It's really, really good. The title of the one I was just talking about before is called In Clothes Cold Fat. In Clothes Cold Fat. It's really good. サクランはずっと読みたかったけど、英語版も日本語版も見つけれなくて買いませんでした。This manga is really funny. The reason I bought this manga was because when I started studying Japanese, I was like all over websites and like videos and stuff. What manga people recommended for Japanese learners. This was on the list. I don't recommend it for like beginners. Unless you're like kind of intermediate level, I wouldn't recommend this manga. The reason for that is because there's no furigana. There's kanji and there's no furigana next to it. So it doesn't teach you how to read the kanji. So if you can't read the kanji, you're in a spot of trouble. This manga is really funny. It's a 4 manga. So I'll just show like 1 second. 4 means like 4 panel manga. It's really funny. It's good manga. I like it. I think there's also an anime. アニメもあると思います。アズマンガ大王すっごく面白いです。Okay. Hold on. This is just Naruto. This is the volume after the series finished. It's like the extra story of when Sakura gets her Sharingan. I used to have every volume of Naruto for the English volumes, but I sold them all. Actually, I sold them like to go on my trip to Japan. I needed to get more money, so I sold them. But I kept this volume because it's just a nice little one volume story, and it's actually drawn by the original creator of Naruto, which is really good. Yeah, I like the story. It's not bad. It's not the best, but it's pretty cool. I like the artwork, and it's just one nice little volume, so I held on to it. これね、なんか、ナルトは前回持ってたんだけど、売ってしまいました。でも、この一冊は、まあ、一巻で終わるので、岸本正史にも、違う、岸本正史さんも書いたので、絵柄も綺麗で、売りません。好きです。あ、いや、ナルトは全部英語版読みましたね。それはオーストラリアにいた時から読み始めました。多分14歳、14歳くらい。初めて買った漫画は、ナルト28巻 ?28 巻疾風伝が始まりましたと思う。28巻だと思います。そうそうそう。I need to drink some more water. 打ったのは、打ったけど、それは日本を旅行するために売りましたよ。日本に持って行って売りました。秘密です。配信で言ったけど秘密だからここだけの話でございます。秘密を守ってください。 OK。 いや、ナルト、スラムダンク、ワンピース、アイシールドぐらい打ってしまいました。Okay. The next manga we have was one that I mentioned before. It's Tomo-chan wa onna no ko. So this manga is called Tomo-chan is a girl. I have a sneaking suspicion that it might be available in English, but I'm not really sure. I think it's available in English. This is also a yonkoma manga. It's a 4-panel comedy manga, but this one is really funny. This one, in my opinion, is not... Well, this one also doesn't have furigana. So if you're a beginner learner, you're a beginner level Japanese, I would... Japanese, like you're studying Japanese, I wouldn't recommend it. But if you're like kind of intermediate, I think that you will understand... I'm also intermediate level, so I understood enough to have a really good time with it. There's more than 2 volumes. I don't know how many volumes there are. 8 to 10 volumes, I think. この漫画は本当に次の解体です。これは本当に次の解体。これはめっちゃ好きでした。めちゃくちゃ面白いよ、本当に。何度も聞くね、ともちゃん。ねえ、それは文句ですか？なんか文句ありますか？いや、嘘。いや、今言ったこともう公開してる。すみませんでした。ごめんね。褒めてる、ありがとう。ごめんね。なんかわかんない。メッセージだと、感情が分かりにくくて、言い方が分かりにくくて、嘘です。全部が嘘だよ。ごめんなさい。ごめん。anyway、とりあえずこれめっちゃ好きです。次も読みたいです。終わりました。สวัสดีครับผม。落ち着きました。でももうほっぺが痛くなりましたよ。ずっと笑ってるので、本当にもうここら辺めっちゃ痛い。ストレッチ、口ストレッチ。Okay. The next manga is this manga here. It's just 4 volumes. The Japanese title is Futsutsuka na Yome desu ga. I can't remember the English title. It's available in English, is what I want to say. This manga is really good. So what it's about, so this is the main character. She gets married to a guy. Oh no, sorry. I can't remember if they. No, I think she's engaged to a guy. I can't remember if she's engaged or they're married. I think they got engaged. She gets engaged. Oh, Delinquent Housewife. Yes, that's it. It's called The Delinquent Housewife. So she gets engaged to a guy, and as soon as they get engaged, he has to go overseas for a business trip. So she has to live at his family's house with his mum and his little brother and his little sister and his grandfather. And so she's like trying to get along with everyone and give a good impression, but that's not really who she is. She's more of like, not a bad girl, but she's like, likes to like have a good time, a bit rowdy, that kind of thing. So that it's really funny. And then a lot of like things come up. So for example, the mum is not a huge fan of her. The grandfather really likes her. The little brother likes her a lot, kind of thing. And it's really solid. I really like this manga. It's only 4 volumes and it's really good. It's funny. And also, I really like the covers. I know I say this a lot, but でも表紙めっちゃいい感じです。好きです。めっちゃ綺麗. Yeah, this is a really good manga. I love this one. Just bear with me for 1 second. Okay. Okie doke. Okay. Now this manga, Hinamatsuri. This manga is called Hinamatsuri. The reason why I got this manga is because I watched the anime. The anime was so good, and I was like, I want to pick up the manga. Now the problem is, these are a little bit pricey. And I think it just finished. I can't remember how many volumes there are, but it's around 18 to 20 volumes. So I'm going to hold off on picking this up. That being said, it's really funny. It's really funny. The artwork is awesome. It's super duper funny. It's about this guy. He works for the Yakuza. He works in a gang. This girl just appears in his house one day. She's from the future and she has psychic powers. And it's just extremely funny. Like the things that happen in this manga, you could like a normal person can't think of. It's just like really, really crazy storylines, and it's awesome. この漫画はめっちゃくちゃ面白いです。これ本当におすすめです。この人がヤクザで、この子が未来から来て、でエスパーです。エスパーというか頭で物を動かせるみたいな感じで、本当にめっちゃいい漫画です。めっちゃ面白い。アニメもあるけど、アニメは先に見て、でアニメが終わった後漫画で読み続ける。多分そっちの方がいいかもしれません。いや、これ漫画めちゃくちゃ面白いです。めっちゃ好き。でも1巻しか持ってないんだけど、ちょっと1冊ずつ買うのがちょっと高くて、結構多いしね、多分18巻20巻ぐらいがあるので、とりあえず待ってます。我慢してます。Okay, what we got next? This is a good manga. これは Z-Man. This manga is called Z-Man. I got every volume of Z-Man. This is like some of the coolest covers I've ever seen. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, it's done by Katsura Masakazu. So this is not available in English, but some of his works are available in English. Those works are Video Girl AI and Eyes. They're both love stories. I used to have every volume of Eyes. Then I sold it. But this is totally different. This has a love story in it. It's about a guy. He can transform into this. I haven't read it all. I always start reading it. I read up to around like volume 8. And then I just stop. I don't know why. ちょっとグロいところはありますね。めちゃくちゃいい漫画なんだけど、まだ全部読んでませんけど。でも読むつもりです。表紙めっちゃ綺麗でずっと気になってて全巻買ってしまいました。Yeah, I really love this. Yeah, there is a running theme, unfortunately. But these are not easy to read, to be honest. See, what you notice is a lot of the manga that I've read is like the shoujo manga, the stuff that's like easier to read. This complicated stuff, I usually get into it and then I kind of like peter out and then I stop reading it. でもこれもめっちゃいい感じ。Z マンおすすめです。Now this manga is damn cute. 藤山さんは思春期。This is not available in English, I believe. This is a really, 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 really cute and innocent love story. Funnily enough, this is also another love story where a girl is really tall and the guy is kind of short. He's like around 160 something, the girl's 181 centimeters. This manga, if you're like an intermediate level Japanese speaker, I'd also recommend this manga. It doesn't have furigana, but there's a lot of the text. There's not a lot of text. Like there is talking, but it's more pictures than text. Like there's just so many cute little scenes. It's a really innocent love story. These high schoolers, like a lot of holding hands, a lot of situations where like what's the word? Like kind of like accidentally like things happen and it's really cute. この漫画めっちゃ好きです。すごく純粋で素敵な高校生のラブストーリーです。で、女の人がめっちゃ背が高くて181で、男の人は116なんとか。で、めっちゃいいラブストーリーです。おすすめです。これ本当にめっちゃおすすめです。これめっちゃいい。これ本当にめっちゃ好きです。Hold on. Okay. Okay. これは僕たちがやりました。This doesn't have an English edition, I believe. I'm very sure it doesn't have an English edition. No, it's not Lovely Complex. I had Lovely Complex earlier in the video. これはね、全巻持ってないんだけど、1、2、3と5巻は持ってるんだけど、この漫画めっちゃくちゃ好き。ずっと続き読めたかったけど、もう本屋で買えないので、なんか多分いつかオンラインでオーダーすると思うけど、この漫画本当に面白い。めちゃくちゃ面白いです。で、これもドラマがあるんだけど、誰が出てるんだっけ？今田美桜ちゃん、長野めいちゃん。男の人は誰が出てるかちょっと今思い出さないんだけど、でもめちゃくちゃ面白い話です。This one's really interesting. So it's about like a bunch of it's about these three high schools and they're just like idiots, but they're just like innocent, like sweetheart idiots. Like they're not like out bullying anyone. They're just like a couple of stupid teenage boys. And there's like a friend who's like just refuses to grow up, who's already graduated high school, but he just hangs around with these high schoolers. They get caught up in accidentally like causing like a fire and explosion in another school, and like they get caught up in all these shenanigans and they have to like go on the run. It's crazy. It's just like absolutely crazy, but it's really, really funny. I haven't read it all yet because I can't get my hands on the other volumes, but this is something that I definitely want to read in the future. It's very good. I enjoyed it a lot. Okay, so this is Nijigahara Holograph. Nijigahara Holograph. It's by Inyo Asano or Asano Inyo. So for example, if you guys know Solanin, or like Oyasumi Punpun, it's the same mangaka. This is the reason why I went out of my way to pick this up is because this volume was like already like out of print. It just so happened that my local bookstore just had it because no one wanted to buy it. Like Fantagraphics books, they don't put out a lot of manga, but when they do, it's like these really nice hardcovers. The paper quality is like hell good. I can't even remember what happens. It's just like this town that's like being suffocated. Just this like small country town where these things happen. I can't really remember more than that. All I can remember is that if you can get your hands on this, it's really worth it. It's really, really good. Like Ino Asano, he does like his manga are really moving. His artwork is amazing. So if you can get your hands on this, I recommend it. But I think it's out of print. That's why I snatched it up really quickly. But I've read Soranin. I haven't read Oyasumi Punpun, but I plan to read Oyasumi Punpun. これも 空にも読んだことあるんだけど、おやすみぷんぷんはまだです。でも、それは本当に本当に読むつもりです。めちゃくちゃ読みたいです。OK。Now, the other things I have in here are Western comics. So I got these volumes of Hawkeye. Just this 2-volume run, it's really solid. You don't need any backstory. See, the thing is that I don't really like about Western comics. No, sorry, that's too general. I really love things like Vertigo, Image Comics, things like that, which are just like series that you can just read from the beginning to the end and you get a nice story. The thing is with Marvel and DC Comics, it's like they're restarting the timeline all the time. There's these crossover events, and it's too expensive to follow everything that's going on. If you want to read a really good Hawkeye story, then you can get these 2 volumes. They're by, what's the dude's name? Matt Fraction. They're really good. This is really good. I highly recommend these 2 volumes. I got some more, but they're kind of a pain to pull out of the box. I don't have a lot of Batman comics. I got a few. I really like this Earth 1 Batman series. The final volume, Volume 3, is coming out soon, later this year. I plan to pick that up. So Earth 1 is like, they're kind of like redoing the origins of all the main DC superheroes. So you can just like pick any, so you can pick up Earth 1 Superman, Earth 1 Wonder Woman, whatever. I heard they're okay. Batman is actually really solid. But it kind of whizzes through the story, but there's a lot of cool twists on all the villains and stuff like that. Well, I really enjoyed this, so I'm going to pick up Volume 3 when it comes out. Solid. It's really solid. Yeah, so I actually started to... There was a period of time where I was like, I'm going to properly get into Marvel Comics. It's too expensive and confusing. Well, it wasn't too confusing, but it's like just too much time just figuring out just like annoying things. Like, oh, I need to pick up this one and this one. And sometimes you get volumes, like the hardbacks, and they have the same like comics inside. And it's just like, I don't know. I just feel like they don't really like value the consumer's dollar as much as other series do. It's kind of ridiculous. But anyway, now I'm kind of getting annoyed. Okay, let me put some of these manga back. Yeah, the reading order is messed up too. It's a pain in the ass. 3つ目は終わりですね。残ってるのはアメコミなんだけど、ちょっと重いから取りません。Okay, let's get on to the next box. The next one is all English ones, I think. So I'll just be back. ちょっと行ってきます。ちょっと待ってください。Now I put my butt on camera. Sorry about that. お尻見せてしまいました。すみません。I found my earphones! No way! Okay, here's a funny story. イヤホンなくしてしまいましたかと思ったけど、今見つけた。I thought I lost my earphones. See, the thing is, I always have these earphones on me, so there's no way I would have lost them outside. They were definitely in my house somewhere. I couldn't find them anywhere, and I don't know, they were just like stuck under this box. 見つけましたよ。本当にずっと探してたんだけど。なんか。大丈夫だけど。すごい嬉しい。すごく嬉しい。みんなありがとうございます。嬉しい嬉しい。やった。OK、行ってきます。Yeah, I don't think they're broken, but they're a little bit like screwed up. obviously, but still. Oh, okay. Well, that was really awesome. I'm so happy I found my earphones. Okay. I sound like Tale now. Too many noises. トレのようにうるさいね。すいませんでした。Okay. いや、彼氏の悪口じゃないよ。Okay, so the next one we have is Cross Game. これはクロスゲームです。So this is by the same person that did Q&A, which I showed earlier in the stream. His name is Adachi Mitsuru Adachi. Now this one, as I said before, I said Q&A is okay. This one is really good. This is a really, really lovely, touching story. Now, you can get these in English. This is an English copy. The problem is, I don't know if it's in print or not. The first volume is a 3-in-1. The rest are 2-in-1s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 volumes altogether in the English copies. This is really good. So I can't pretty much... So the funny thing about this guy is that he loves doing manga about baseball. This is a manga about baseball, but it's also like... The sport is a really important part of it, but it's also about these two families, the children of these two families growing up together. I can't really spoil anything more than that, but this is a really moving manga, and it has some really sad things in it too. 日本語のタイトルも英語と同じです。クロスゲームというの。そう。で、この漫画めっちゃくちゃ好き。さっきの Q&A はまあ好きだったけど、これは本当に好き。これはめっちゃいい。I really recommend Cross Game. Also, the volumes are all orange and green. I should have brought a green one. It's over there. I'm not going to go get it now because I'm already sitting down. But yeah, I really recommend this manga. It's really good. Cross Game. If you like baseball, it's good too. But it's not like super duper baseball heavy. I mean, it is, but it's not. Okay. The next manga is another sports manga, and it's 1/11th or 11分の1. It's called 11分の1. The reason why I bought this was because after I read Slam Dunk, I was just like yearning for another sports manga. So I'm like looking up as many sports mangas as I could find. I came across this one. It's about soccer. But it's more like a collection of all these different short stories that are kind of like interconnected. So I got every volume. I haven't read it all yet. I haven't read this all either. サッカーの話です。で、サッカーの漫画なんだけど、なんかずっと続いてる話ではなくて、なんかいろんな話があって、で、その話ずつなんとなく全部がつながってる。同じ世界って感じですね。で、まだ全部読んでないんだけど、1巻と2巻ぐらいが読んでめっちゃいい感じだった。いつか読み続けるつもりです。Yeah, so I plan on finishing this off sometime. But it's good. It's good. It's quality. I like it. Okay. Okay. Ho. Okay. My mouth and my throat are getting sore. I think I'm talking too much. It's almost 1 a.m. here in Queensland. Yeah, it's getting pretty late in Australia. Okay. Let's move on. What we got next? Oh, this is a good box. This is an interesting box. Okay, so let's start off with Ore Monogatari. Yeah, this is called My Love Story in English. This is available in English. This is a really good manga. This is a shoujo manga, but it's not a typical shoujo manga. It's more like a kind of messes with the genre a little bit. So this guy is the main character, and obviously he looks way older than a high school student, but he is a high school student. And people are kind of scared of him because he looks like a man. And he gets this really cute girl as his girlfriend. So it's kind of like messing up with the genre because the kind of like cool, handsome guy is this guy's best friend. And this guy is like the main character with this girl, and it like kind of, what's the word? It kind of like breaks tropes, like has fun, like with some of the shoujo manga tropes and things like that. 俺物語めっちゃ好きで、まあ全巻も持ってないんだけど、多分7巻8巻くらい持ってるんだけど、9巻10巻 ごめん、10巻まで持ってるんだけど、めっちゃ好きでした。この漫画。それ全巻ではないんだけど、でもほぼほぼ。Yeah, I really like this manga. If you're looking for like this is like, but this is more comedy than a lot of shoujo manga. But they're really nice scenes too, but this one's like pretty heavy on the comedy. So if you want like a more comedy based shoujo manga, then I recommend My Love Story. Okay. Okay, next up, I won't show this one. I'll show this one instead. We have Berserk. これは英語版ですね。これ英語版で、これは日本語版。So this is the same story, but this is the Japanese version. This is the English version. This manga is amazing. The artwork is amazing. The story is amazing. It's not for everyone. It's pretty gory. Some pretty messed up things happen. I can't go into more detail on that because it's a huge spoiler. But I'm not talking about the gore. I mean, the gore is gore, but some pretty harsh stuff happens. It's kind of like set in a medieval kind of period, but there's also magic and fairies and monsters and things like that. It's super dark. So if you like this kind of thing, then go ahead and read it. Dark Horse manga are expensive. I don't know why they're so expensive, but they are. They're damn expensive. Especially outside the US. Even in the US, they're expensive, like $15 a volume. If you're going outside the US, you're looking at $20. I don't know whatever, like what currency everyone's like using, but they're expensive. And it's not finished yet. This manga is ongoing. I think there's around 35 to 36 volumes out at the moment. The manga goes on hiatus a lot. So there's only around a volume a year. But it's kind of getting close to finishing. I'd say it's about 80% done. The story's about 80% done. According to the latest chapter that I read, it's about 80% done. So, I mean, it's a decent investment. It's a really good story. I mean, like, to be honest, to me, like, if the manga doesn't finish, that doesn't matter. Like, it's still awesome. Like, especially Berserk. It's really, really good. I highly recommend it if you're into that kind of, like, gory medieval kind of stuff. Nako-san, ドネーションありがとうございます。あ、違い。あ、そう。ファース君こんばんは。ナクさんこんばんは。最近買ったんですが、推しの子という漫画が面白いです。推しの子はね、読もうと思ってるんだけど、ちょっと絵柄がちょっと好みではないんだけど、でも面白いと思う。めちゃくちゃ雑に説明すると、オタクが突然死んで推してるアイドルの子供に生まれ変わるお話です。そうですね。まあそれはそれで面白いですね。本当に。知ってたよ。そう。推しの子とかぐや様同じ人ですよね。描く人は同じかどうかわからないんだけど、絵を描く人は同じかどうかわからないんだけど、話書く人は確か同じだと思う。いや、面白そう。でも、その前に、多分、同じ人。そうなんだ、同じ人。多分、その前に、少年のアビスを読みたいと思う。少年のアビスがめっちゃ暗くて面白そう。それは買おうと思う。Okay, the next manga we have, I'm going to skip this one because I'm not planning to read it all. What's this? Okay, so the next manga we have is Gantz です。ギャンツじゃなくてすみません。ガンツ。So this manga, I'll be honest with you. Anyone who reads like the first... Okay, first of all, it's very gory. It's quite explicit. I mean, it says here, explicit content, parental advisory, explicit content. I've got the stick here. If you read the first arc, just the solid, like, I think it's like the first 12 volumes is the first arc. So there's a red, blue, and this white arc. if you like this kind of manga and you read the first, okay, I missed Melo's donation. Hold on. I don't see here. Hold on. Oh, okay, sorry. Hey Mello, thank you very much for the donation. I love Matt Fraction Hawk. Oh my gosh, sorry. I butchered it already. I love Matt Fraction Hawkeye. I'm hard of hearing and I'm learning / know American Sign Language, so it's great. Plus, he's a cynical slob, which is fun. You know what? First of all, for some of you who don't know, there's a period of time I think where Hawkeye loses his hearing, or something like that, and the whole chapter there's no speech bubbles. It's just there's some sign language in there, and it's also just you just read the story without speech bubbles. And I saw these people complaining about online, talking about how it's a visual medium. Like, so why are they using like sign language? It's like, dude, haven't you read anything like different before? Like, it's really cool. It's really really cool. It's not like the whole volume. It's like a few chapters, and it's like so amazing how like I don't know any sign language, but you understand like if you just like think about it, like it's not that hard to understand. Like to be honest, like maybe you might miss a few details, but you're not like not understanding the story, if you know what I mean. So yeah, that's awesome that you also love Matt Fraction Hawkeye. I have read some of his image stuff, which is really cool, but yeah, this Hawkeye is really really awesome. Yeah, exactly. It's awesome. I really enjoyed it. Okay, so let's say going back to Gantz. If you've read the first arc, some people like it's like amazing. Even I was like it's amazing. Then as I read on, I was like this is kind of nonsense. Then I stopped reading it. Then there was a day where I was like I need to decide whether to pick this up because it's going out of print fast. So I went and like got all the volumes and then I started rereading it again. And on second read, I really really liked it. There are plot holes, and there are some inconsistencies with the lore, but I enjoyed it. I think it's really really solid. It uses like this kind of like computer art style. It's like a computer art style mixed with like real drawing. This is the same mangaka that did Inuyashiki, which is like the old man who turns into like a cyborg robot who starts saving the world. なんかガンツはね、最初の方は超良かった。読めば読むほどは人によってこれはなんか面白くないとかもうなんかめちゃくちゃになっちゃったと思う人はいるけど、俺は1回目読んだことはそう思ったけど2回目読んでこれ結構面白い。なんかIt's なんかいい漫画っていうか面白い漫画だよ。考えすぎないと面白い。Like what I'm saying is like Gantz is entertaining. If you're looking for, I think the first time I was reading it, the lore and stuff was so amazing. The first time I read it, it was just like I was really invested into the world. It's just one of those things where like if you think about it too much, or a lot of things where if you think about too many like details, then you start to find inconsistencies and start to feel like annoyed. But just don't think about it too much. It's just like a fun, crazy alien-filled ride. It's really, really awesome. I highly recommend it. So this box is actually just mostly Berserk and Gantz, because Berserk I have like over 20 volumes. Gantz is like around 35 to 36 volumes. I think I just yeah. That's about it for this box. この箱は軽いです。Yeah. で、あと1個。Oh, we got one more box to do. Hold on a second. 戻ってきます。 Yo, I'm back. Yeah, I dropped some manga fell on my foot. It kind of hurt. 痛かったよ. Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, I lift, dude, but these boxes are damn heavy and they're like big. Oh, my back. Okay, so get on this last book. I got some other manga in other places, but this is kind of like all that's in this room. So starting off, I have this manga, 太陽が見ている. So this is by 郁恵美涼. So I really like her art style. It's really nice. I haven't got all the volumes of this. I got up to volume 5. で、これは多分全巻で7巻確か7巻ぐらいがあるんだけど、俺は5巻しか残ってない。5冊しか残ってないけど。Yeah, this is really beautiful. The covers are really beautiful. The story is really good. It's about these 3 high school students. They actually end up living together for different circumstances. It's a really nice love story. Triangle. It's complicated. I haven't picked up the latest volumes. It's finished now, but I plan to pick up the other volumes. But yeah, this is really good. The art style is amazing. I plan to keep picking this up. Okay. これは that's not available in English, by the way. This one, これは日々町長. This is also not available in English, but this is just a really cute little love story. The artwork is beautiful. The artwork really is beautiful. I mean, you could look at that. I mean, look at that. You already know the artwork's going to be good. なんかただ表紙だけ見るとなんか絵柄がめっちゃ可愛いってわかるじゃん. Hey Brat, thank you very much for the donation. What's your next acting project? Well, I'm in Why Destiny, which is on every Tuesday. You can watch it at AIS Play YouTube channel. You can only watch it for 2 hours from 10 p.m. to midnight Thai time. So whatever time that is in your country. Right now, you can watch it. Not right now. On Tuesdays, you can watch it at this time. My episodes aren't on at the moment. My episodes will be on later. But yeah, that's the series that I'm on at the moment. で、日々町長はさ、すごく可愛い。なんかあんまり喋らない女の子とシャイな男の人のラブストーリーって感じかな。まあまあまあ。悪くはない。なんか、なんて言えばいいんだろう。ゆるゆるな感じもしますし、なんかゆるゆるで、なんか、なんだろう。軽い。なんかすごく軽い。いい意味で。読むとね。Okay, the next one we have is 青のフラグ or Blue Flag. This is called Blue Flag in English. This is available in English. I only have the first volume in Japanese, but actually I read it on the official Shonen Jump manga application. Now guys, you guys have to get onto this application if you haven't already. It's not available in every country. It's available in most countries. The application is called Manga Plus. This is the application called Manga Plus. This is the official application by Shueisha, which is the company that does Shonen Jump. It's free. Everything on this application is 100% free. You can't read a whole series, right? But all the series that are out now, like My Hero Academia, Jujutsu Kaisen, One Piece, Black Clover, you can read the latest 5 chapters for free. So for example, the latest 5 chapters, then the new one comes out, then this chapter wouldn't become unavailable. But if you've caught up to the manga, you can literally read the most recent chapter even faster than people in Japan, I think, get it for free. So support the official release. Please support the official release. Check out the application if you want to. So Blue Flag is a really awesome high school love story about these 3 people. There's a guy, there's another guy, and there's a girl. So I will let you kind of ponder about what it's about, what kind of love story this is. I can't go into any detail because it's spoiler. It's spoiler territory. I can't talk about too much. この漫画はね、おすすめです。ね、普通のラブストーリーではありません。青のフラッグは6巻までぐらい。結構短いですよ。多分6巻、5巻ぐらいかな。これは普通のラブストーリーではありません。まあ、男の人は女の人のことが好きなことはあるけど、ちょっと男の人が男の人のことが好きみたいな話もあるかもしれません。それ以外は言えないんだけど、読んでみないとわからない。本当にバレはしないからね。でも興味があればぜひ読んでください。めっちゃいいです。Okay, the next one is Niji Iro Days or Rainbow Days. Now, this is also not available in English, I believe. There was an anime. There was an anime for this a few years ago. The anime is a pretty faithful adaptation of the manga, but it didn't go all the way to the end. Niji Iro Days wa ne, it's a story about four couples. It's a story about four straight couples. To be honest, it's pretty entertaining. Like, because usually shoujo manga follows the girl as the main character. This one actually follows a group of four guys as its main characters. So that's like kind of new. 普段もさ、少女漫画主人公は女の人なんだけど、虹色デイズは主人公は男の人4人の友達たち。でこれはめっちゃ好きでしたけど、でもこれよりもっといい漫画がきっとあると思うんだけど、でも全然悪くはない。結構面白い。で、カップルずつ全然違って雰囲気、性格とか全然違うので、そこが面白いです。おすすめ、おすすめ。Okay, next one we have is Shirokuma Cafe, which is Polar Bear Cafe. I don't think it's available in English. It's about a polar bear who runs a cafe with his friends. There's like a panda. What else is there? There's a bunch of animals. The reason why I bought this manga is because it's like a staple on any manga for Japanese learners list. That's why I got sucked into picking this up. It's by no means a bad manga. It's not bad. It's just like there's a lot of gags in it and there's a lot of puns and things like that. It's pretty funny, but like if I could go back in time, I probably wouldn't have bought it, to be honest. But it's fine. Like there's nothing bad about it. It's just like a slice of comedy, slice of life, no kind of continuing storyline, just like very, very extremely episodic. More than anything that I've mentioned before, this is extremely episodic. So, and that being said, the reason why it's a staple on those lists is because it is a good manga for Japanese learners. How about, okay, じゃあちょっと一回だけ読んでみます。少女漫画の方がいいかもしれないね。Okay, so the next manga we have this. Now, this manga is by the same mangaka who did Aoharaido and Strawberry. This is Omui Omoare Furifurare. Its English title is Love Me, Love Me Not. I think it's already started to come out. So keep your eye out for this one. It's about two guys and two girls. One guy, so this girl and this guy, they're siblings. And the other girl and the guy are not siblings. And it's a story about two couples pretty much. And the girls, they have different outlooks on love. One is more realistic. The other one wants a more kind of fairy tale kind of love story, so that makes it interesting. Obviously the art is fantastic. The art is just beautiful. It keeps getting better and better. I quite enjoyed it. It's pretty short too. It's only 12 volumes long. 全巻で12巻なので、まあまあ短いし、話も好きでした。結構好きでした。おすすめです。沙織さん、 ドネーションありがとうございます。今日の配信とても面白いです。ジャンルの種類が多くて、パース君は本当に漫画が好きだなと思いました。私のおすすめは、平野誰かたの、ドリフターズ、待って。ドリフターズの3巻持っていましたけど、ドリフターズはね、昔の有名な人がなんか戦争に出るみたいな話ですね。知ってます。読んだことはないんだけど知ってます。世界や日本の歴史の特に戦争の知識かなが必要ですが面白いです。そうですね。3巻だけ持った理由はセールでしたよ。セールでした。3冊じゃなくて3巻だけ。セールでした。前のやつ、知識俺、なんて言ったっけ知識でね。すみません。そう。で、1巻、2巻、また行くときに買おうと思ってたけど、でもやっぱり、英語版はね、その出版社はちょっと気分に多分最後まで売らないと思うから、多分読もうとしたら日本語版読めないと思う。OK。今日おやつタイムはありません。今日ちょっとディナーが晩ご飯がジャンクフード系だったので、今日はおやつお休みします。俺はさ、ちょっとこのキャラと似てない？アニメの映画にも、人が出る映画にも、なったニュースが出たときびっくりしました。俺その役やりたかったけど、って思ったから。俺犬くんになればよかったのにって思いました。まあでも、俺オーディションに誘われてないし、だからなれるわけなかったけど、でもちょっとやりたかったなーって思いました。Okay. What do we got next? The next is, this is not manga, this is just an art book. これは、ナルト渦巻き。これはただの、なんか例えば、なんか漫画にめっちゃ素敵な絵があるときさ、これは、なんか集まりの。This is like a collection of all this like awesome Naruto artwork. I was really into Naruto when I bought this, so that's why I bought it. It's got some really sick artwork. Like it's got like the covers like without the like title and stuff on them, and all this other extra artwork that he drew. It's like there's some really awesome sick artwork in here. Yeah. そう正直俺はこういうのがあんまり買わないんだけど、イラスト集はあんまり買わないんだけど、でもこれが買ってしまいました。そんなに見ないのに、俺がなんか描くがめっちゃ下手なんだけど、でもやっぱりこれはめっちゃいいよね。これめっちゃいい、本当に。I don't usually buy these, but I just picked up this one day on an urge. I do that a lot actually. Okay, so next up we have something special. We have these Avatar The Last Airbender comics. Yay! So, I don't know if you guys know Avatar The Last Airbender. I'm sure like a lot of you guys in the chat probably do. This is like a continuation of after the original cartoon finished. So, this is awesome. The covers, like these hardcover, like Dark Horse, yeah, they play you a lot for the manga, but when they do these hardcover releases of Western comics, they are really nice. They're really, really nice. So this is like the story of Zuko's mum. It's awesome. I got a couple of these, by the way. I got this one, I got this one, The Rift. There are some others that I haven't gone out to pick up, but I plan to get them someday. I'm a really big fan of Avatar: The Last Airbender, so yeah, these are awesome. 重いけど they're pretty heavy. Okay, これはほとんど英語版なんだけど、でもまあ漫画ね。This manga, oh, I don't know where the other volumes disappeared. This manga is called Limit. リミットという漫画です。末延恵子の漫画なんだけど、7? 書いた人なんだっけ I think this is the same person that wrote Nana. If you guys know that. It's available in English, it's available, obviously it's available in Japanese. ちょっと待ってね。いや、全然違います。全然違います。矢沢愛さん、すいません。で、これは、これを書いた人は、なんか、もっと有名な漫画が書いた気がするんだけど。ちょっと待ってください。ちょっと待ってね。ライフ。そうそうそう。ライフという漫画は結構有名でした。So this manga is pretty cool. It's about it's a little bit of like Lord of the Flies kind of thing, but not exactly. Pretty much it's like a bunch of students going on a field trip. A bunch of them die. They're stranded in the forest. This kind of like, am I going to be killed kind of thing. Like who's like kind of trying to trick who. It's just a really short little 5 or 6 volume series. 全部で6巻. So it's just a 6 volume series, sorry. It's okay. To be honest, I had a little bit higher expectations for it. But for a little 6 volume series, it's okay. This is like one of Vertical Comics' earlier series, so the quality of the books are like so. The wording, I can't remember what's the word for that. Oh, the lettering. I'm not a huge fan of the lettering. It just like doesn't look like that natural to me, but no, it's okay. I wouldn't recommend it that much. Like if you got like heaps, if you're like super rich and you just like want to make your collection larger, then pick it up. But other than that, I wouldn't get it. I wouldn't get this manga. That being said, I'm still keeping it for now. I might get rid of it sometimes. What do we got next? So I've got more. これも GTO なんだけど、これは GTO なんて言ったっけ、湘南14日湘南なんとかなんか。もともとの GTO GTO の中でさ2週間なってしまうので、これはその2週間に何してたかの話です。湘南に行ってきました。これ英語版なんだけど、これめっちゃ面白かったです。実はこれを先に読んで、そしてもともとの GTO を読み始めました。Yeah, this is pretty good. I don't know if it's still available or not. Like most vertical comics go out of print. So the thing is, you don't need to have read any of the previous GTO to read this GTO. And this GTO is pretty short. This little series is like 8, 9 volumes long or something like that. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I don't mind it. It's not bad. What else we got in here? This is a fantastic manga. I love this manga. This manga is called... Well, let me find a cool cover. Azim. It's got sick covers. I like the colors. これは Ajin ね。So it's about these people called Ajin. They look like humans, but they're actually immortal. But they don't know they're immortal until they actually die the first time and they come back to life. So apparently there's a few like Ajin in the world. Like they can't die. I think they die from old age, but until then they're immortal. Like anything can happen to them. There's a few ways to kill them, which they kind of explain later in the story, but they're essentially immortal, and they can make these things appear. Each Asian has a different one of these things they can kind of create, and I can't really. It's really hard to explain the story. Pretty much, there's like a good Asian guy who works with the government to kind of beat the bad Ajin guy who wants to destroy the world. It's crazy, but it's really good. これもアニメもあるんだけど、アニメも結構いい感じです。でも、まだ終わってないので、もし興味があれば、ぜひ、漫画の方を読み続けてください。Yeah, I really like it. It's really solid. It's one of the few series that I'm actually still buying. Most of these series I don't buy anymore. Even if I got like halfway through, I don't need to talk about these two because yeah, they're rubbish. This one's interesting. This one is called Wolfsmund. It's only 8 volumes long. Now this is gory. This is gory. This is like Game of Thrones level of like no one is safe, no character is safe, anyone can die at any time. It's also set in medieval times. Pretty much it's about these people trying to get from one part of Europe to the other part. They need to pass through this gate. And there's like a gatekeeper, and he's just like the worst human being in the world. He loves to torture people. He's like vetting people, like to see, because some people are allowed to pass, but some people can't. But some people are trying to get through just because, you know, various circumstances. They want to help their families or whatever. It's super gory. It's 8 volumes long, and it's really solid. If you can get your hands on it, I highly recommend it. Just bear with me. I highly recommend it. It's just like a nice, solid, full story. Like everything comes full circle in the end, is all I can say. No cliffhangers, no like, oh, what's gonna happen next? It's just like a whole nice little self-contained story in 8 volumes. Hey, yeah, thank you very much for the donation. Hey, it's amazing all the different genre of manga that you have. I'm not good with reading in general, so I don't buy much. But seeing you so excited about your collection puts a smile on my face. Well, that's good to hear. I mean, yeah. Looking at all this stuff I bought, I probably should have chilled on buying so much stuff, but I have it now. But I'll probably, if there's stuff I don't want, I'll probably find like a good home to give it to. These are some other manga that I have that I just stopped buying. I got Devil's Line. It's a vertical manga. It's about vampires. Got this one, Witchcraft Works. It's interesting, but I stopped buying it. It's just not like good enough to keep buying, in my opinion. Now I have this manga by Junji Ito. So he's a really, especially now, he's super popular. He's a really popular horror manga artist. This one's The Dissolving Classroom. It's like a collection of short stories about these two siblings. I'll be honest with you, like out of all of his works that I've read so far, like Uzumaki, this one, Gyo, other things like that, it's not that good. I'll be honest, like, this one's not that good. Yeah, it's nice because it's like a 1-volume story, and there's some cool little gimmicks and stuff in there, but to be honest, it's not that good. I wouldn't really recommend The Dissolving Classroom. In my opinion. Like, I'm not going to say something is not good, it's just an opinion. Now this one is good though. Tropic of the Sea. Now this is by Kon Satoshi, or Satoshi Kon. So he's a really famous also anime director. He did films such as Perfect Blue, Paprika. Those are the ones that come to mind, but there's more other famous ones that he's done. So this is called Tropic of the Sea. It's kind of about mermaids. It's kind of that classic story. This is like that classic story about there's a small town, and it's all about kind of like respecting nature kind of thing. So like someone in the town, they want to get rid of the forest, or they want to interrupt the sea just to like they can build a new hotel or something like that. And this kid comes across this egg. And it's got to do with mermaids and stuff. That's all I can kind of say. But it's a nice 1-volume story. The artwork is solid. If you've watched any of Satoshi Kon's stuff, like his movies, this is a little bit more by the book. It's not gonna. It's like, you know. It's not gonna blow your mind. It's pretty. I mean, you can kind of. It's pretty. I mean, like the more manga you read or the more movies you watch, you kind of know how things are gonna end. But it's pretty by the book. This one, but it's still good. I like it, and the cover is beautiful. I mean, who doesn't like a nice cover? Kimuchi-san, donation ありがとうございます。5656 ごし、ゴロゴロゴロ、ゴロゴロ、ゴロゴロってどういう意味だっけ？ゴロゴロゴロゴロ。ちょっと待ってください。ゴロゴロってなんだっけ？ゴロゴロ。意味。大きなもの、重いものなど、憧る様を表す表現。ゴロゴロ英語の方がいいかな。rumbling。そうだと思った。ゴロゴロの実。白ひげの悪魔の、あれです。ワンピースの白ひげの力。今日も、かわいいっすね。今日、かわいいかな。いや、キムチさんの方がずっと可愛いんだけど、でもありがとうございます。パーズ君の漫画紹介を見ていると全部気になってしまいます。私は原作よりもアニメから入るタイプなのですが、変態王子と笑わない猫を知ってますか？知りません。タイトルはちょっとあれですけど、汗と石鹸みたいな大人のお話ではないです。そうなんだ。すみませんってどういう意味ですか？俺がっかりすると、もしかしてそう思ってました？ちなみに大人なお話ってどういうことかよくわかりません。汗と石鹸ってさ、あれですよね。みんなが読んでいる漫画だっけ？俺は読んだことないんだけど、でも多分何回もみんながおすすめしてもらって、ちょっと、多分エロ本じゃないんだけど、でもなんかエロ本っぽいの、まだ読んでないんだけど、でもみんながすごいおすすめしてもらってるので、いつか読もうと思ってるんだけど、ちょっと変わった設定なのですが、可愛い女の子たくさん出てきます。そうなんだ。小説が原作ですが、漫画もあります。じゃあ今からちょっと調べてみますね。ちょっと読んでみますね。調べてみもし。見たことないです。変態王子って本当に面白いけど。すごい。いろんな女の人が出てるね。すごいね。PSP ゲームもあるらしい。すごい。すごいね、すごい。じゃあ、機会あったら読んでみます。しかもゲームの方がやってみたいかな。ありがとうございます、キムチさん。Hey, Leader's daughter, thank you very much for the donation. I met Scott McCloud once, and I told him I teach his understanding comics, and he said something self deprecating. But he was very kind. You two would probably get along. It's a great book, though. Hold on. Understanding Comics by Scott McCloud. Hold on. Let me have a look. This looks really cool. Also, that's so random and amazing that you met him. I don't know anything about him. I only know that one comic of his that I have, but it looks really cool. Hey, Manga Enchanted, thank you very much for the donation. Really chill stream so far, enjoying seeing your collection, Milov. Is there a genre/style of manga that you want to read more of in the future? Like, to be honest, and I mean this in not a crude way, but I'm actually kind of interested in reading more adult romance stories, and I'm not talking about, that stuff. What I mean is, like, just where the setting is more like older people, like 30 plus, because like obviously the high school stories are nice and they're cute and they're like heartwarming, but you can only read like so many of them before you kind of like it's this again. Whereas I feel like there's a bit more variety in the more adult love stories in terms of the setting, the cliches that happen, or anything like that. Is like quite interesting. So I think I would prefer to go for like more adult love stories, something that I probably prefer to read at the moment. Anyway, that's probably something that I have more interest in. あかね、ドネーションありがとうございます。文章だとよく怒ってると思われるので、テンション高めに書きますね。パース君は、東京グールは読んだことありますか？私はアニメしか見てないのですが、面白かったし、漫画の絵もとても綺麗なので、おすすめします。東京グールはない。一巻だけ買いました。俺も、アニメの一期見たけど、2期は結構、すみません、2期は結構漫画と変わるって聞いたから、2期は見てないんだけど、でもそれもいつか読んでみたいと思います。それはなんとなく、コードギアスと同じように、なんか主人公、それはネタバレ。すみません。やめときます。知ってるんだけど、でも読んだことはないです。Hey, Manga and Chad, thanks for the donation. We'll happily recommend you some adult. No, but you know what I'm talking about with the adult manga? I'm not talking about, like, yeah, if it has some of that, like, yeah, it's good. But what I'm talking about is, like, just adult characters and adult settings, is you know what I mean. Okay. So this manga is by one of my most favorite mangaka. めっちゃ好きな漫画家なんだけど、大清修造かな？大清修造の、名前はなんだっけ？志保ちゃん、かほちゃん、わかんない。何ほちゃんは自分の名前が言えないという漫画です。So this series is called, I think it's Shiho or Kaho or something. なんだっけ？何ほ？มีคนไทยอยู่ไหมครับผม？悪の花ですね。でもこれはちょっと、同じ人なんだけど、何ほ？この漢字は。これ。これ。地方。地方かな？地方？しの。ごめん。ほじゃないよね。しの。すみません。しの。そう。今思い出した。ありがとうございます。しのちゃんは自分の名前が言えない。I'm a huge fan of his manga, like The Flowers of Evil, Akuma no Hana toka. He has another this one about vampires. It's called Happiness. Happiness という漫画もめっちゃ好きです。See, the way a lot of his mangas are about explore people going through, but teenagers going through puberty. Like a lot of his mangas are based around that time of their life. People with dealing different types of trauma. And things like that. His manga are really, really good. His artwork is great, but it's kind of like they hit you different mentally than other manga do. The Flowers of Evil, you can get your hands on it pretty easily. They released these what are they called? Like the omnibus. They released omnibuses of it. There's another one coming out now called Chi no Wadachi. 今出てるんだけど Chi no Wadachi という漫画. It's called, what's the English title? I can't remember the English translation. Blood on the Tracks? Or something like that. It's crazy. There's not a lot of speech in it, but like the artwork is just crazy. It's about this kid and his super duper over controlling mother. It's crazy. But anyway, I really love his artwork. This one is okay. これはまあまあ悪くはないんだけど、でもなんかまあまあそんなにおすすめはしないかな。じゃあこの配信は11時に終わります。これ最後の箱なので。So today's stream will finish at 11 o'clock just because this is the last box. ชอบฟังน้องเพิร์ทพูดทุกภาษาสำเนียงดีทุกภาษาเลยขอบคุณนะครับเก่งจังโดยเฉพาะภาษาญี่ปุ่นเหมือนเจ้าของภาษาเลยไม่ขนาดนั้นนะครับแต่ว่าจริงๆก็ฝึกมาหลายปีแล้วก็คือแบบตอนย้ายมาอยู่ไทยก็เริ่มเรียนภาษาไทยแล้วก็พอเข้ามหาลัยไทยก็เริ่มเรียนภาษาญี่ปุ่นอะไรอย่างนี้ก็ชอบพูดก็เลยพอพูดได้อะไรเงี้ยแต่ไม่ได้เก่งขนาดนั้น Okay. Helter Skelter. This is called Helter Skelter. This is an English version. This is by Okazaki Kyoko. This manga is weird. This manga is weird and it's adult. It's weird and adult. There's これも映画ありますよ。沢尻エリカが出てるの。確か沢尻エリカと小栗旬かな。これね、なんかすごい漫画なんだけど、なんか絵柄はあんまり俺の好みじゃないんだけど、読み始めるとなんか一気に読まなきゃいけないって感じかな。結構やばい漫画なんだけど、this is like a pretty crazy manga. It's 18 plus too, by the way. It's about this model, and there's like a new up and coming model, and then the older model feels like extremely threatened by the newcomer, and the older one's it's like quite mentally unstable. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. But if you're into this kind of thing, then I recommend it. But yeah, one volume. It's not bad. そう、大人の漫画です。大人の漫画です。これも大人の漫画です。ライチライトクラブ。ライチ光、なんだっけ、ナコさんは知ってるんだけど。This manga is also weird as hell. It's crazy, dude. This manga is also 18 plus. Just because it has like some gore and some nudity and these kind of things. ライチ光クラブだね。そうそうそう。So pretty much it's about these group of these young boys. And like you find out some of them are dealing with different issues. Some are like egomaniacs. They're all a bit strange. Anyway, they make a robot. The thing is they're trying to make like a Frankenstein, like this like eternal being. And chaos ensues from there. That's kind of all I can say, but it's crazy. It's crazy. It's just a one volume thing, but it's worth a read. It's pretty crazy. It's really all I can say about it. If you're interested, then definitely go ahead and do some more research. But this is definitely not for everyone. It's pretty out there, for sure. Okay, next one we have is Solanin. So this is the same one as Nijigahaga Holograph, which I showed earlier, the yellow and black one. This is originally 2 volumes, but the English volume is all in one. It's by Inyo Asano. It's really, really good. It's about this girl, and she's a singer of a band with a boyfriend, and they're just kind of like not going anywhere in life, and you know, it deals with themes of depression and growing up and things like that. It's really good. Like the thing is, it's kind of hard for me to explain a lot without giving away spoilers. Because the thing is, I read it ages ago, and the things I can remember are quite spoilery, so I'll leave it there. But this is really good. This is really solid. There's also a movie. You can also watch the movie if you want. Hey, Miss Diablieri Dragon. Have you read or seen Wandering Sun? It follows the life of a trans girl and her struggles through puberty. I have. I actually used to have, I think I had 1 or 2 volumes of that. They were done by Fantagraphics. They were these really, really beautiful hardcovers. I read the first couple of volumes, enjoyed it, but just didn't pick up the rest because they were really pricey. Worth the money, but pricey. I think it has 2, it has a trans girl and a trans boy, I believe, in it, if my memory serves me correct. That is a really good manga. Actually, when I went to the manga store recently, they had the whole series in a set, at the, like secondhand. Am I British? Secondhand. But anyway, they had the whole thing secondhand. I do know it. What I read was good, just haven't picked up the rest. But from what I've heard, it depicts transgender children going through puberty in a really like not I wouldn't say, what's the best way to say, not a good way, but it's a realistic depiction from what I heard, and positive. So yeah, I have heard of that one. Okay, this one's kind of random. This one's a weird one. This one is Mysterious Girlfriend X. It's like the weirdest thing. It's so random. This one is not 18 plus. Haven't picked up the rest of them. Maybe I should. I don't know. It's not that many. I got most of them. I have like five of them. Five of these 2-in-1 omnibus copies. I think it's like the girl sticks her finger in the main character's mouth and tastes his saliva, and she like knows what he's thinking or knows what he said or something. It's so strange. いや、そんなにエロくはないんだけど、ちょっとエロ。いやいや、なんかわかんない。すごい不思議な漫画なんだけど。15プラスそうかもね。It's weird, but it's good. I can't explain it. Like, it's just like the weirdest concept, but it works. It's so strange. It's an interesting love story. It really is. It's kind of all I can remember. To be honest, when I read it, it was so far back. It's not coming back to me as much as I thought it would. Okay, what else do we have here? Okay. So like I was saying before, I was talking about Akuma no Hana. So this is the Flowers of Evil. I got every volume of this. This is something that I wouldn't get rid of. This is really good manga. It's strange. It's another thing about kids going through puberty and feeling like they don't fit in, feeling like they're being contained by like the constraints of society. They're having like feelings and urges of things they want to do, they want to say, but society tells them they shouldn't do it, kind of thing. This is the kind of things they deal with, and it's interesting. It's an interesting read. It's not for everyone, but it is interesting. I read it a couple of times. This one's an interesting series. I haven't got every volume of it. This is called To the Abandoned Sacred Beasts. It's not bad. I just won't pick it up. I just won't pick up the rest. I'll probably depart with these sometime in the future. I can't really exactly remember what it's about. It's about like monster slaying. There's like these monsters you gotta slay. These might come your way, Jackie, to be honest. It's good. It's really good. I don't know if you have them yet. Jackie, you got these ones? I'm not sure if you got them already or not. Anyway, it's solid. Sorry, I just totally can't remember now. I read them so long ago, I can't even remember what's going on. Now this is good. これはいいね. I was talking about this manga before. Oops. This is called Knights of Sidonia. シドニアの騎士. This is a really interesting sci-fi manga. So it's by Nihei Tsutomu. Tsutomu Nihei. It's really interesting. Don't know if it's out of print. Could be. It was like being sold a long time ago and it's vertical. This isn't the kinky box, but this is like that kind of adult box. But this isn't kinky at all. This is like just like awesome sci-fi. So pretty much like the rest of humanity is on this ship, floating through space. I think they're trying to find a planet to inhabit, and they keep getting attacked by these aliens that can only be killed by particular ways. So they got to. It's a mecha manga, like a mecha suit. They got to pilot these mecha suits to kill these things. I love this manga. This manga is really good. これはめっちゃおすすめです。あ、そうだね。ネットフリックスシリーズがあった気がするんだけど。これめっちゃいい。これめっちゃ好き。I got this manga Immortal Hounds, but I'm just gonna skip over it. What is this? This is a good one. This is a really good one. Now I know this one's out of print. Now this is based on a really famous Japanese novel called No Longer Human. This is just a manga adaptation of it. これは人間失格。あ、違う。なんだっけ？そうだっけ？人間失格？かな？わかりますか？この漫画。人間。This is good. That being said, this is not the only adaptation of it. This is But this is by Furuya Usamaru, the same person that did Lychee Light Club that I showed before. This is one of his original manga. This is an adaptation of the novel. 同じ人です。だけど I really like his adaptation. It's just a story. It's not a heartwarming story. It's not an uplifting story. It's a depressing, bleak story. It's really good. These are hard to come by. There was a new recent adaptation by Junji Ito. So like the guy who did what I showed you before, the Dissolving Classroom, Uzumaki and stuff. And it's just one hardcover volume, I believe. I haven't read that yet, but I'm sure it's good. But this one, the artwork is crazy. It's just like it's a really famous Japanese novel that's just about this guy, and he just gives in to all his desires and just becomes a really crap human being. I mean, the title is called No Longer Human, so you can kind of figure out where the story's going. Does a lot of crummy things. This is really good. The Garden of Words. Now, this is also an adaptation of Makoto Shinkai's movie. There's a movie called The Garden of Words. これはことの輪の庭。確か、ことの輪の庭の映画の漫画です。映画の方が削減で、これは後で書いたのね。And then, yeah, so this is just an adaptation of the movie. But I love the movie, by the way. I really, really love the movie. But that being said, I really love this manga adaptation because I feel like it just wraps up the story. It gives you a little bit more closure than the movie. Like, I'm one of those people, I don't mind an open ending that makes you think. I do like closure though, and this manga gives a little bit more closure than the movie, so I do like this manga a lot. And then what else do we got here? Witchcraft Works, Prophecy. Don't need to show those ones. What do we got here? Flowers of Evil. And Flowers of Evil. Ajin. まあそれでいいかな。それでだいたいほとんど見せました。So by the way, if there's anyone in the chat, if you're interested in becoming a member, there's a join button next to the subscribe button. It's like around $3.99 a month or something. So you get like membership perks, you get the Pokeball next to your name. We also have a members only Discord, so if you're interested in joining the Discord, you can join the Discord there. We have like polls and other things you get to help decide like what goes on in the streams and things like that. It's a really nice community, but only if you're interested. Feel free to join. I can't remember how I put these books in. I knew this was going to happen. I can't remember the order that I put them in. These boxes were like pretty well packed. Yabai. これやばい。やばい。どうしよう。ここ。穴がある。I knew this was going to happen if I took too many of them out. That's why I was only going to take out like a couple volumes at a time, but no one told me life was going to be this way. That's funny. The last 8 minutes is just us watching Perth do book Tetris, but pretty much. Where did I put... Oh, now these Avatar volumes are big. You know what? I'll just put them in a different box. I'll do the Tetris stuff later. These manga I'm not going to keep. I'm going to put this one away. Maybe I'll give these ones to Jackie. She'll probably like it. Anyway. You can go in here. Naruto Uzumaki. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure that's about the end of today's stream. I got some more other manga lying around, like Gundam Origin, which I'm reading at the moment. Some manga that I showed last stream, lying around the place. なんだっけ、午前の0時までにキスにしてねとかもう持ってるんだけど、でも箱に入ってないから見せられません。Oh, sorry, I'm facing the computer. I'm so used to facing the computer, but I realize, yeah, the camera's this way. So, how was the stream today, guys? You know what? I was actually hoping that I could like not drag it out, but I was hoping that like I would be able to do a part 1 and a part 2, especially if you guys enjoyed the stream. But I pretty much got through it all. Like there's a few more manga in this room, but like not enough to like do a whole stream about, and I can't pull the box in because it's too heavy. But yeah, did you guys enjoy the stream? Ah, okay, that's good. どうでしたか今日の配信？ちょっと全部見せてしまいましたからパート2がないです。Yeah, I could set up a library. All I need is just a house with some nice shelves and good protection from the sun. Because I had that problem before where I didn't know, the sunlight wasn't that good for books, and I had some books fading, some books yellowing, which is like fine because books do that, but I want to try and stop it as much as possible. Manga เยอะมากเลยค่ะอ่านซ้ำไหมคะก็บางเรื่องก็อ่านซ้ำแต่ว่าอาจจะแบบถ้าชอบจริงๆอาจจะแบบปีละครั้งแต่ว่าถ้าไม่ได้ชอบอะไรขนาดนั้นก็อาจจะ2 ปี3 ปีละครั้งอะไรอย่างเงี้ยครับพาร์ท 2ไม่มีแล้วครับเพราะว่าโชว์ไปหมดแล้วครับผมไม่เหลือแล้วแต่จริงๆก่อนหน้านี้มีมากกว่านี้แต่ว่าก่อนย้ายบ้านก็ขายก่อนเพราะว่าคือหีบมันไปหีบมันมามันหนักเกินแล้วก็รู้สึกว่าบางเล่มเราไม่อยากอ่านแล้วก็เลยขายไปอาซาซันโดเนชั่นありがとうございますとっても楽しかったですまた新しい漫画買ったら教えてくださいね教えますいやでもこれからね買うんだけどスペースが足りませんでも教えます。ちゃんと報告します。A さん、ドネーションありがとうございます。かわいいスタンプもありがとうございます。Thank you! まあ、超楽しかったよ。俺もすごく。まあ、ebook でもいいならたくさんおすすめあります。そうですね。ebook はね、めちゃくちゃ便利なんだけど。Kindle いけるから。わかりました。僕の少年という漫画も読みたいです。1巻と2巻読んだけど、それめっちゃ面白かった僕の少年。あ、違う。僕の少年じゃなくて、私の少年。私の少年という漫画。ゆみかさん、ドネーションありがとうございます。かわいいスタンプもありがとうございます。誰がいいかな？あ、違う。顔すみませんね。顔じゃなくて手だね。やったーちょっと、よし。OK。Man, my mouth is so ちょっと顎が疲れてきましたね。なんか、笑いすぎて、話しすぎて、ちょっと疲れてしまいました。スーさんとネーションありがとうございます。かわいいスタンプもありがとうございます。Thanks! ありがとう。Yeah, I just palmed Chikorita in the face. 違う話なんだけど、ポケモンスナップやろうと思ってたけど、やっぱりやらないと思います。ちょっと今のところはさ、なんか値段がちょっとひどくて、配信ではやるんだけど、多分配信じゃない時はどれぐらいやるかわからなくて、もうちょっと安くなったらちょっとやってみるかもしれない。やってほしいんですか？やってほしいんですか？いや、でも正直値段はそんなに問題がないんだけど、なんかめちゃくちゃやるゲーム、例えばあつ森はさ、もう多分100時間以上やったし、モンハンもそろそろ7時間ぐらいやることになるけど、ただポケモンスナップは何回もやるかどうかちょっとわからないですね。でもこれは本当だけど、もしみんなが本当にやってほしいなら、本当に心からやってほしいなら喜んでやります。本当に。モンハンはもう70時間ぐらいやってしまいました。 パスが欲しいものリスト教えてくれたらポチるのにまあ全然無理してないんだ。モンハンのこといやー、70時間は本当にやばいです。So anyway guys, I was talking about Pokemon Snap. So I said in previous streams that I was waiting for Pokemon Snap to come out and then I would play Pokemon Snap sometime in the stream. But I just feel like for the price of it at the moment, it's pretty pricey. I mean, it just came out, of course. It's just I'm worried about the replay value. Like, it would be fun to play on stream. Like, we can just chill, have a laid back stream, and take pictures of Pokemon and such, and be like, it's so cute, it's doing this, it's so cute, it's doing that. But I don't know, like, how, like, its replay value. Because, like, how many, I mean, first of all, I don't just play games on stream. Obviously, I play games off stream a lot too. But I just feel like it's off stream replay value as well as on screen replay value. I just feel like it's not worth it. That being said, if you guys like really want me to play it, then I'm more than happy to buy it and play it for the stream. Because it's not like it's not going to be fun. I'll have a really good time. It's just I don't know how many times we can play it and like have fun. If you know what I mean. But if you guys really want me to play it, then I have zero problem. I'll just buy and play it. Hmm? 明日顔声なしでもいいから配信してほしいです。欲しいっす。なんでないって別に、じゃあやろっか。いや、ただ、月曜日にも配信する予定なので、ちょっと一回休憩して、で一日休憩した方がいいかなと思っただけ。別に理由はないんだけど。Oh, the thing is, no, but the Diamond and Pearl remake, I'm 100% playing that and playing it on stream. Like, that is already decided. I'm actually super hyped for the Diamond and Pearl remakes. It's not because I love Diamond and Pearl. Like, I played it and I had a good... Like, there's no Pokemon game I don't like. And it's not particularly nostalgic for me. Because I didn't play it, like, multiple times like I did with the previous games. I literally just play those games, like, restart games and just play it over again. But it's going to be a while for those to come out, so I can play both. It's not really a big deal. そう、連続になっちゃうから、別にそうっす。いや、全然やれますよ。やってもいいですよ、別に。そう、じゃあ連続配信になるかもしれない。日本のお休みは火曜日で最後ですか？もし、水曜日って最後かな。だから水曜日に配信したら遅くなると困りますね。次の日は仕事があるから。だから、月曜日にしようと思ってる。いつ日まで ?5 日まで。5日までなら。じゃあ水曜日？違う。それは水曜日。じゃあ水曜日しない方がいい。そう。だから、連続配信になってしまいそうですね。なるほど。So guys, the next stream will be tomorrow. I'm going to be streaming tomorrow. I'm just going to be playing Monster Hunter with the guys again. But this is like more like, this time Atale invited me. So we'll be streaming at a really strange time. We're going to be streaming from 3 p.m. Thai time, 3 p.m. until around 5 p.m. Thai time. So I've never streamed at that time before, so we'll see how it goes. And then, like, my next stream will probably be on Monday. In that stream, I'm planning on doing a villager hunt and doing some stuff in Animal Crossing, is what I'm planning for that stream. So tomorrow is Monster Hunter, then the next day will be Animal Crossing. I think. That's what I want to do. But if I come up with... Like, the thing is, I get taken by ideas, like really quickly, and then I get really into them. So... We'll see. I'll see what happens that day. But that's what I'm thinking at the moment. Hey, Callan S, thank you very much for the donation and the cute sticker. Okay, guys. So, no, not. Sorry. Yeah, it'll be on Monday. Tuesday, there's no stream because Why Destiny. Like, I don't want to distract people from Why Destiny. Although, if I did a stream before Why Destiny, it's probably good promotion. But I think it's best if just make it a Why Destiny day. Yeah. โอเคครับผมก็คือพรุ่งนี้เดี๋ยวเวลาบ่าย3 โมงก็จะสตรีมกับ The Gang Why Destiny ก็มีผมมีทะเลมียุ่นแล้วก็มีน้องกังครับแล้วก็เดี๋ยวเจอกันอีกพรุ่งนี้บ่าย3แล้วก็วันจันทร์ก็เวลาเดิมประมาณ2 ทุ่มนะครับผมそう Why Destiny のこと完全に忘れちゃってやばかったよじゃあ今日の配信は終わりました so today's 配信 today's 配信 today's stream is done ก็สตรีมของวันนี้นะครับก็หมดเวลาแล้วครับ皆さん水たくさん飲んでくださいなくみちお酒だけじゃなくてちゃんとお水飲んでくださいねฝันดีนะครับอย่าลืมดูแลสุขภาพด้วยนะครับหวังว่าจะได้เจอกันเร็วๆนี้นะครับผมเหมือนกันนะครับก็ทุกคนจริงๆอันนี้พูดจริงๆนะคือจริงๆปกติผมก็เป็นคนที่แบบพูดเล่นแซวอะไรอย่างนี้แต่อันนี้พูดจริงๆถ้าสมมติว่าไม่จำเป็นก็ไม่ต้องออกจากบ้านช่วงนี้อยู่บ้านดีกว่าคือช่วงนี้แย่มากเลยทุกแค่วันเดียวกันมันเพิ่มไลน์ประมาณถ้าจะไม่ผิดประมาณ900ไม่200 กว่าคนมั้งอะไรอย่างงี้คือแบบจริงๆเวลาเราไปไหนมาไหนเราก็ไม่รู้ว่าใครติดหรืออะไรอย่างงี้คือบางคนเราอาจจะไม่ติดจากคนอาจจะติดจากอากาศหรือว่าเราจับสิ่งของอะไรอย่างงี้ก็คือระวังตัวดีๆทุกคนนะครับแล้วก็ดูแลสุขภาพอย่างดีด้วยนะครับเดี๋ยวยังไงเราก็ต้องผ่านช่วงเวลานี้ด้วยกันและรอบที่3ครับขอให้ไม่มีรอบที่4แค่นั้นคือรอบที่3ไม่เป็นไรเริ่มแล้วก็ทำอะไรไม่ได้แต่แค่รอบที่4ห้ามมีขอร้องโอเค皆さんおやすみなさいいい夢見てください Okay, good night everyone and I'll see you guys tomorrow at 3 p.m. Thai time for Monster Hunter. Okay, see you guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, see you guys later. またね